Okay, Hangout airs live. Where am I?
It says it's live.
Okay, it's live, I think.
Hey.
I have to mute chat and pop out chat. Hello, everyone.
Woo!
This is different. At the 2 live streams in a row. I don't know what's wrong with me. But we're having some fun. Hello. But this time I'm joined with friends. So this time I'm joined by Liam and joined by Simon. We've never streamed together before.
No, we have.
Aside from Reactors and Realms and stuff, like, I don't think we've streamed together before.
No.
Technically, what about when we used to do the Cards Against Humanity?
Yeah.
Way
we
back
did.
when.
Way back when.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
Those
hello.
games were fun. I miss those
They
Cards
were.
Against Humanity games. We learned.
Yeah.
Wait, I remember why I stopped playing those games because
Why?
a certain individual was so offended about a joke that was said about me.
Oh God.
About you?
Yeah, you're okay. I won't name drop. I could very much name drop, but I'm not gonna. But a certain YouTuber got so offended when there was like this card that was played like what's hiding under my bed, and I was the card czar. And then someone said, "Did the kitty bite you?"
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, I have a kitten, and he's causing chaos.
Zuko's so cute. Never apologize for Zuko.
Zuko
So,
is
sorry, you were
amazing.
saying a card was played?
A card was played. Sorry, I read the chat's like, "Hi, Bakugo's dad. Hi, Anime. Hi,
Oh
Simon."
no, not again.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Uh.
Get control of your son.
Daddy.
No, oh my God.
Is it different? Is it weird? Me calling you daddy?
Now that I'm Bakugo's dad, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, but it was that. It's like, what's under my bed, and then it was the YouTuber's channel name that came up, and then the next card.
Remember.
You remember?
Yeah, but that wasn't a card against you, was it?
No, it was about me though. Like, cause I was the card czar. I was like, "What's under the bed?" And then it was that YouTuber's name, and then it was something else underneath that's talking about like a perv or something. And then the next card after that was the same YouTuber's name, so it became up twice.
I remember.
Oh.
Yeah, and then it was a short while later they decided to just leave.
Yeah.
In the middle of the game.
Yeah. I remember that. I don't think I played the game. It was funny, and the funny thing is that YouTuber was the one that played their YouTube card. Like,
yeah,
they were the ones that put that card, and then they got upset that everyone was making a joke out of it.
Some people.
Rip.
Oh my!
Says I remember that stream. Oh God! So you know who we're talking about?
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago now. That must have been about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that.
We'll have to start them up again because like there's so many different crazy things. Like the base game of because I was playing this at a family barbecue, like just the base game. It's not actually that fun once you've played the extra add-ons.
Mm-hmm.
So like all of the crazy stuff just makes it so much better.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Especially the type cards. Alex was so good at those.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It was so...
I remember when he did this like big monologue card, and it was just so hilarious because it was like crazy as well, and I just absolutely loved it. We were just dying. So
I guarantee if it's in capitals, like all capitals, it's Alex.
Exactly. And like even when he did the stupid paragraphs, you had to pick it because it was so good. Like you knew you were giving the point to Alex, but you had to give it to him because
you just
that answer is amazing.
Oh man.
Oh, so how's everyone's weekend going?
I had right after the stream, I had to like rush to work yesterday, and so I'm like, I worked till like 10:30 last night, and then today was my day off, and then tomorrow I have one more work day, and then rest is Comic-Con.
Nice. I'm so jealous that you live so close.
To
Like, I know
Comic-Con?
it's yeah. How long is it to get from where you are to Comic-Con itself?
So, driving wise, I think it'd take me, because I'm in like outskirts of San Diego, and Comic-Con is like right by downtown and all that stuff. So it would take me 24 minutes drive without traffic.
Jeez. That's so close. Oh. No.
I don't even need a hotel.
Exactly, yeah. It's just a short drive down the road, whereas
Not bad.
If me and Liam ever want to go, it's like a 11-hour flight.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's sick for that.
I know. But we've got London Comic Con.
Yeah.
What is London Comic Con?
It's just like a worse version of Comic Con.
More London-y.
What happens at London Comic Con?
There was one just gone. They have two. There's one in May and one in October. And I think the one just gone in May. They had some pretty big people there. They had like David Harbour.
Nope.
I can't remember who else. I'm gonna have a quick look actually to see who they had. You don't know who David Harbour is?
No.
Have you ever seen Stranger Things?
Oh, is he the dad?
He plays Hopper, Chief Hopper.
Eleven's dad, yeah.
Yeah. Well, spoilers for anyone who's not seen.
I'm not. I'm reacting after Comic-Con.
Oh, I just caught up on season 2 today.
Oh, cool!
So good. But yeah, let's have a look and see who they had at the last one. So they had Sebastian Stan, Stephen Amell, David Ramsey, Troy Baker, Jason Liebert. Yeah, they had some pretty big people there.
Those are big names.
Yeah, I don't know who they're going to have in the next one, but like they had Critical Role there last year. It was pretty awesome.
Did you go last year?
No, I wanted to go, but I couldn't get the time off of work. So it was during a bit of a chaotic time in life. So yeah, but we said that we would do it this year.
Yeah, when is it this year?
I think
October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we, as in like just you, or are you, Liam, and Alex planning on doing something?
I think we all agreed, didn't we? Me, Liam, and Alex.
I do recall us agreeing. Okay, well, we could potentially look into London Comic Con earlier this year. So yeah, it might be happening.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. We've just got to sort out because the tickets are now. I was looking at trying to get creator passes, which basically, if there's availability, it means you don't have to pay to get in. Which at the end of the day, if you have to pay, you have to pay. But it'd be pretty good if you could save on some of the costs.
Yeah,
it'd be pretty nice.
How much are London tickets, if you don't mind my asking?
Let me go and have a look. Why would I mind you asking? It's available, information available to everyone.
I don't know.
I think the weekend ticket is £70. So what's £70 in
that's like
US dollars?
$90, I think.
Yeah, I think that's like 80, 85
88.
dollars.
Oh, 88. Oh,
that was close.
Yeah. You were very close. Liam, the human currency exchange machine.
I'm betraying the Brits even more. I mean, first I'm more appreciated to coffee, and now I'm so focused with US currency now.
Well, there's nothing wrong with coffee.
I love coffee.
Exactly.
I'm a huge coffee person.
See, this is perfect. We've got coffee lovers.
Yeah.
I feel like that would summon Alex in the chat right now. Like I know he's on and just be like, tea.
his ears will start burning, or if you start talking about the wrong way to make tea, his ears start burning. And
he had to make my tea in London because I was scared to do it wrong.
You were scared to do it wrong?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What did you think would happen? Did you think the police would come and arrest you?
I don't know. We were in
Secret tea police?
I don't know. They're everywhere, okay? It's a conspiracy, I swear to you. But I didn't know if I was doing it wrong. And I just see the daggers from Alex. And I'm just like, can you pour the milk for me? So he had to make my tea.
And how was it?
It was all right. I'm more
Are you protecting his feelings here?
It was okay.
Just okay. Was it like the hotel tea?
What's hotel tea?
So like, was it, in the room that you had, was it tea that they give you like the little boxes of coffee and tea sachets, and you get the little kettle that you can use in the room? Or was it like,
because we had that when I went to London, there was coffee packets and there was a kettle. So yeah.
Did you not have that in your room?
We had that in the room, but the tea that he had to make for me was the one that was at this pub that we end up eating at every morning. And so they had the tea in the water already with the packet, and then like the little tin of milk brought out with
like the little silver tin of hot water with the tea bag in it. It was like in Weatherspoons or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I was really intimidated and I didn't know what to do. I'm like, and then I went to go pour it, and I see the daggers. I'm like, never mind. Can you pour it for me?
Oh my god!
It's still a strange world for you, to be fair, Brie. We'll give you that excuse. Like being in London.
I'm fucking used to Lipton tea. I'm used to it ready for me. I wasn't used to this shit.
That was your first time in the UK, wasn't it?
It was my first time on a plane. It was my first time out of the country, and it was my first time
Really?
Damn.
Yeah, that's my
first time on a plane.
Yeah, it was a red eye 10-hour flight.
I do recall you saying that this is my first flight. But I don't know why, but I think the appeal of this being your first time outside the country is pretty well. Then again, I've never been to another country ever as well, so
really?
that will need to change. Not really.
We live
the furthest
a couple
I've
of
gone
hours from France.
Can't you get a train to France?
Yeah, you can drive. You can get a train. Yeah. You can get a ferry. You can swim.
Mm-hmm. Ew, I would not swim in that.
Yeah,
get those muscles working.
Ew,
across the English Channel.
Wait, so where have you been,
Simon? I've been we used to go on holiday every year as a family to Spain.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd regularly go to Spain probably once a year. But then I've been to the US a few times. I've been to Vegas twice, Orlando. I've been to New Orleans. I've been to Japan. Yeah, but that was a long time ago. That was for the World Cup. And I've been Germany, Belgium, Holland, France, Wales, Scotland. They count. So yeah.
Is he playing with the door?
No, he's running around at the moment, just playing with anything he can get his hands on. So I apologize if you hear noises.
No, you're all good. I'm gonna attempt to scroll up through the chat to see if anyone had questions or something, just to see. Oh,
yeah.
Someone asks Liam and Brianna, who has dibs on Amy Pond?
Me.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. I got to her first. I don't care. You were too slow.
I will throw a temper tantrum.
And I will throw a bigger temper tantrum. I will rage.
I will not.
Happy rage.
So what's this obsession with Amy Pond?
Because Karen Gillan is so attractive.
Oh my god, I have a story. My dad. Okay, so you know Jumanji 2. Have you?
Oh yeah, you told me this. I think you told me this.
Mm-hmm. I think I also even mentioned it in the reaction tube. I'll say it again. But my dad, when they filmed Jumanji 2, they were filming in Glamis, and Glamis is this desert that's right on the outskirts of San Diego. It's a few hours drive. I'm a desert rat, so I used to go out there with family, and I had my own quad, had my own dirt bike, and we would go out to Glamis, and we'd go on the dunes and ride. And so my dad and my brother. My dad and my brother went out to Glamis like a few weekends ago, and they were filming for Jumanji. And so you saw all the trailers and all of the sets and like the rigs, and you saw one driving as they were like doing some sort of stunt. And he met the stunt doubles.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So close.
And he got a glimpse of Kevin Hart, but he didn't see anyone.
Damn. Because I followed Jack Black on YouTube and I saw some of his vlogs, and there was one of them in the desert as they were filming it. So I assume that was probably the same stuff.
Yeah. He was like showing me pictures, and my brother, he's 11, so he's like geeking out. He's like, I'm in the same vicinity as the hot girl. I'm like, I hate you so much.
I'm within a few hours of the hot girl.
Yeah, exactly. Because like he was at the desert, and like the picture, I'll have to find it and show you guys. And like I'll send it in the chat. But like the picture of like Nick going like this, and like in the background, it's like the whole set. Like it's so cool. Super jealous. But no,
I would be too. No.
Yes.
No.
What do I have to do? How do we determine this, though?
Well, I got there
Who
first.
gets Amy Pond?
Yeah.
How about we do a coin toss?
That is so that is so unfair.
Oh, someone British PKMN 1991 asked
Kelly.
Oh, she asked if you're okay after certain events today.
No.
What happened?
We do not. Vettel crashed into Verstappen. Yes.
Come on, it's a Sunday, Brie. If it's a Sunday, assume it's F1 related.
Oh, okay.
It's like, you know how Sunday is a very religious day for most people? That's what it's.
Religious
Liam's church is F1.
Who's the pastor? Ferrari?
Well, no, Mercedes this year.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm used to using Ferrari. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, Ferrari should be, but you know, they've got clown strategists and clown drivers and all of that. So
no wonder they lose.
Exactly.
Clowns are not very good race drivers. So yeah.
Now that's a Seb.
So he crashed.
Yeah.
How'd he crash?
Was he okay?
Because he No, he just rammed in the back of this other driver.
Okay, so it's his fault?
Yeah, it was his fault.
Does he have insurance? Does he have insurance?
I hope so. They're expensive bloody cars.
I know.
But
you have to file a claim?
No. They you get a penalty and all of that. So
that's it. So
does he get a courtesy car?
Yeah, exactly. So like for convenience.
They actually had something similar way back when, but they scrapped it. So
I like me and Sam are just asking questions just to fuck with Liam. And Liam.
I know.
Answering them honestly.
I know. Hey, spitting out the facts.
Anyone hyped for Crisis of Infinite Earths crossover this year? No?
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Like, I'll come out and say it. I've not really read comic books before. I watch a few of the shows. Like, I stopped watching The Flash after season 4. I'm just now catching up on Arrow. I'm just in the middle of season 2. And, you know, I read a lot of people losing their shit over this Crisis on Infinite Earths. I'm assuming this is a comic book thing where the bad stuff goes down.
Yeah, it's DC's Endgame.
Right, okay. Well, in that case, everyone should be hyped.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm scared. When fall comes, I'm just going to be like a big mess because I know what happens in the comics as well. I know they might not do exactly like the comics, but the impact and the colossal threat that Crisis on Infinite Earths carries has you absolutely concerned. So yeah, that's why when they teased it, I was in a mix of like shock, horror, all those kinds of emotions because I knew what was coming.
Yeah.
So who's involved with it then? Because I know of at least 4 of the shows. You've got Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl.
Black Lightning is supposed to be involved.
They are, and then now Batwoman is too.
Batwoman.
And there might be even more because what Crisis, it's not really a spoiler for what you're going through, but what Crisis in the comics did was pull all these characters from different Earths and all of that. So there's a chance that we will be seeing a different Earth of the Green Arrow, a different Earth of the Flash, etc.
Yeah, I've seen the other crossovers. I've seen the what was the one, the Nazis in them?
Oh, Crisis on Earth X.
Yeah, that was a really good. I enjoyed that. I really did enjoy that.
I did until the final bit.
Oh my god, same. Same. Just like, oh, let's just add the two weddings together. True love. And aren't they? I'm at a point in this season because I just finished the crossover. Like, aren't they going through a divorce right now? I don't know if they're back together or not, but I'm at the point where they're like going through a divorce.
I don't think so.
Or they're like separating, and I'm just like, that was worth it, wasn't it?
No, I can't remember actually if there was that talk actually during season. I'm trying to think back. I don't think there was.
Everyone wish Jordan Event a happy birthday because today's his birthday today in the chat. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Woo.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Sorry, I just read John B's thing, and they're at San Diego Comic-Con. They're trying to get the world record for the largest gathering of people saying Kamehameha.
That would be pretty cool.
I saw it, and like I think it was John who tagged me on Twitter. They're like, and I was like, I have my Dragon Ball cosplay, so I'm like, I'm ready to go. Like, this is my time has come. I have to vlog it. I need to vlog it. I need to be there. I have to go. It's Wednesday, so I'm just like.
How often do you get the chance to be in the World Book of Records?
I don't know. That's why I'm just like, I have to go. Then I have to like, Kitty.
Sorry, Kitty causing chaos. Sorry.
What do you do?
He jumped on. I've got some boxes over here, and he jumped on them and knocked one over.
Okay.
But he's okay. He's okay.
I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah, he's okay. He'll be fine. Little terror.
I have to bring a change of clothes right after because after that it's press night. I think I forgot what it's called. How far you guys got? Oh shit! It did that thing where it skipped. Where is it? Where was that question? Someone was asking. Oh, where were you guys at on My Hero Academia?
I completed it.
I'm up to episode. I watched episode 14 the other day of season 3.
Okay.
So, trying to remember. I've got about 8 episodes to go.
So, what part did you get to the second opening scene? Opening song.
To be honest, and this is going to make me sound really bad, I tend to skip most of the openings.
Okay.
Just because I sit there and think it's probably awesome, but I have a limited amount of time and I can't put it on YouTube. So, you know,
that makes sense. It makes sense.
It's the episode after the dorms. So where they start improving themselves.
Oh, so you
yes. Okay. Yeah, I know what episode it is.
Oh, you get to meet some of my favorite characters, and then season 4 is going to be amazing. Oh my god, I'm going to cry. Absolutely. Favorite arc because it has my favorite villain, favorite hero, and favorite. Never mind.
Here's a question for you because this is something I've always wondered. With you having read the manga and knowing the details, and I suppose this applies to comic books as well. With you knowing certain elements of what's going to happen, like story arcs, presumably, unless they change something major, you know kind of what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that lessens the experience for you compared to a show that you watch that you don't know what's going to happen? Or do you find that you still enjoy it as much?
I think it depends on how much I like the show. For example, like with My Hero Academia, I feel like there is no loss at all because it's such a good manga and it tells such an amazing story. And with this being my favorite arc, I'm going to be like, it's different reading it on the panels and seeing it like animated with the music and like hearing like the desperation in a character's voice. And so like, you haven't got there yet. Okay, example. Oh, you got here. So All Might's speech when he was like, "You're next."
Mm-hmm.
Like that, I cried still watching it because I'm like, it's so different reading it.
Got me.
Because I'm like, I can only imagine how heartbreaking it was, like when I was reading it. But then when I saw it and like the music swelling and like how they angled the camera to like show the emotion from Deku and all that. Like it still touches you. And so I think with depending on the show, it will do that for me. So I don't think it lessens it. It depends on how invested, but I'm pretty invested in My Hero, so I'm like, yes.
I guess that's the plus side with the CWs as well, because they do adaptations from comics. However, they do change it up quite drastically, for better or for worse. Cough, Flashpoint, cough. I'm still not salty. I am still not salty. No, but that's I guess a bit of a plus. There's that unexpectedness, like Crisis on Infinite Earths, for example. I can't guarantee that certain characters are going to perish because it happened in the comics. So yeah,
interesting. That's one of the things I always wondered, because it's very rare that I'll watch something that I know about beforehand. Like, because I don't read comic books and I've not really read any manga, so I always go into things like fresh and not really knowing stuff, and I just always think to myself, I wonder how people feel about when they see something that they've read about and it's translated onto screen. You know, it's interesting, because it's not the same as like a movie adaptation. You know, like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
it's not the same as something like that, because you know it has to stick to a very similar kind of story, and there's only so much that you can do to turn a novel into a film.
Especially that novel.
Yeah. Oh, have you ever actually read it?
So good. So fucking good.
It's so good, but like I remember sitting down to try and read it for the first time and getting through the first few chapters.
Yeah.
I'm just like, when does the story start?
Yeah, because like the first few chapters is all like descriptions and like what this looks like, and I'm just like, kind of bored.
Yeah, that's it.
The detail of like the water like slowly drops off this fucking leaf. I'm like, why are we reading this?
But don't get me wrong, it's great. It's great to have that description of that kind of world. Yeah. But it's written in such a strange format.
Yeah.
Compared to any other kind of novel I think that's out there.
I think it's important to have like descriptions of a world, like when you're telling a story and like world building and stuff, and like having that descriptions and making the world seem real instead of just skipping that part. You know what I mean? It makes so then when you get to like the actual story and like seeing the characters fight and all that stuff, like the world is already established, so you can like envision it in your head.
Same as D&D.
Yeah, exactly.
Same as
exactly.
D&D. Yeah.
Perfect.
Can't just skip to the fights and stuff. Like you have to world build.
That's it. You know.
Question for you guys: how much do you think you guys have grown as players for D&D?
I don't know. I think quite a lot. Because I first only heard brief references, like Stranger Things, for example, when I was first introduced to D&D. So I had no idea what to kind of expect when it came to my first rodeo with D&D. And now I am so captivated in everything, like the storytelling. I'm able to create unique attributes to characters and all of that, because I have an idea about what I'm getting myself into. So I think player-wise, because I do still have my doubts about myself, but I feel like that's part of the course, and you learn to grow, and it's I think there's a huge noticeable difference between from where I am now to way back in
session 1,
beginning 2018.
There's a massive difference in all of us, I think, from those first few sessions. And I think we mentioned this sort of playing the game last night, that you know I think the biggest thing that's helped us is over the last year and a half is the fact that we've not only gotten to know our characters more, we've gotten to know each other more as friends, and that's helped us get into the roles and sort of learn about the characters and sort of just make us more comfortable in the role playing. I mean, I remember back when I first made Max my character, and I didn't have a clue what to do with him. Like I gave him this backstory, and I just thought, okay, well that's his backstory, but who is he? and I just kind of modeled him on myself. I was just like, oh, you can just be me. You can just be me, and I'll just pretend that I'm in that world. Whereas now, I think I'm more able to disassociate myself and enter the mind of a different character, which is something that I don't think I could do at first. So I think that's the big difference.
Yeah.
Is that creative ability to put yourself in the character's mindset and just get a bit more comfortable role playing and doing things that I, as a person, would never do. Um, but your character would,
Yeah.
So, that's the great fun of it, is getting to do things that you would never do.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
let's face it, like with the evil one shot, everyone wouldn't mind just being evil for a little bit, and just
Yeah, the evil one shot.
I mean,
so
I mean I think that's the great thing as well. I'm just dying, but
don't die.
make a death save.
Do it for the views.
That's it, yeah.
Guys, donate to Liam Catterson. He's choking, please. Like, share the live stream to stop him.
No, but as I was going to say, yeah, I think that's one of the great things about that evil one shot is because we don't usually play that side, so we get to let out that little bit of darkness. Because I think whether it's basic acting, whether it's role playing, etc., I think we want that mixture of playing a good character and then at some point playing a bad character. So yeah.
Kind of playing off what Simon was saying earlier, how do you guys, like, how was that kind of differentiating, like, what you would do and your character would do? Because I know it took me a hot minute to be like, I wouldn't do that. This is something Adri would do. And that's, like, something that, especially in the most recent sessions, like, for example, like, when Adri had to make the deal, I'm like, obviously, I don't know if I would, because, I don't know, probably I would still, but I don't know. Being Adri in that, and like she had to make that decision and make a couple of those decisions, like she would definitely do it and act this way.
Yeah, well, just imagine that instead of Balasar, it's Zach. And that's it. You just got to think, right, would I do the same?
Yeah.
Hopefully you would say yes.
Yeah, I would.
No, again, I agree with you saying. For me, it's also the opposite, the other way around. It's sort of having to not do what I would do. Like, there's situations where I think this is what I would do, but then I have to stop myself and think, no, what would my character do? And it's like, again, having to have that mindset of, even if you figure something out, not metagaming and not taking that knowledge that you have. Exactly, yeah. So it is difficult. It's very difficult to sometimes try and put your mindset of that person and making decisions that are probably going to be really stupid. But if you're playing a character who has no wisdom,
it's that I got to stop being me and I got to be them.
Yeah,
of course I've still got to make I've still got to utilize a bit of me. Like, okay, so I've got to calculate this and all of that. So yeah, but at the end of the day, I think you have to try and get yourself immersed into that character, and then sometimes you just can't help but be in full control, like certain emotional moments. Yeah, like sometimes that you just cannot help yourself at that point.
Or like where your character fully takes over, and like you're afterwards, you're just like, I don't know what happened. That wasn't me. That was all them. Like, what was that moment for you guys, if you had it?
I think what I'm going to say for one of them.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yes.
I think it's the same. I think it's the same.
Yeah.
Because like when Adri got brought back to life the first time, yeah, definitely. Yeah. She was not home. Leave a message after the beep. That was all Adri.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And like going back to that, putting yourself in your character's shoes. Balasar's already lost one love, and he has just started this relationship with Adri, and now Adri looks like she's on death's door. So Yeah.
Is that because of the relationship? Or?
For a little while, yeah.
We've
For a
all
little while,
patched
they
as
were
well.
rocky.
Out
Yeah,
now.
growth is great. We love character
Yes.
development here, guys.
Woo.
Yes, we do. One of the weird moments that I had was probably not that long ago in game, although actually thinking about it now, it's probably a few months. And I think it was because of circumstances going on in my own life at the time. Like it was shortly after I went through the breakup, and it was when Hector came back. And this was before Max and Uranus were involved, and they were still Max was still getting sort of used to the idea of what are these feelings, and then Hector comes back, and it's kind of like when hope is kind of taken
Yeah,
from you.
yeah.
That was in that moment. It was kind of like, oh shit, this is what I'm kind of going through right now, and that helped me merge into the character and get into that kind of mindset. And it was like, oh shit. And then that was the first time, like after a session where I had to take like 20 minutes to kind of get myself back into, a straight mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty weird.
I was also thinking back to when Balasar relinquished Verbatim as well. I thought that was another moment where I wasn't. It was full on a different character, and I don't know why, but like he gave this little speech, and it was so funny because it was more doctory or something like that. So yeah, I wanted to have my say about the whole matter. So I came up with this little speech in my head, and I fully channeled myself into like Liam was just shut out for a few moments and all of that. And I really got emotional as well because I know that the whole Balasar Verbatim connection was a bit of a dilemma for Balasar. So yeah.
He killed like 3 people, didn't he?
And almost killed one of his teammates. So
I know, my lord. Back to what Simon was saying about like that whole thing, because I remember like watching it back, and Max went up and just punched Aegon in the face, and then like it was because I didn't realize what was happening until after. And it's like, uh, he was mad because he just rushed in, and like when he was yelling at Aegon, I'm like, oh, I know he was taking out some anger on Aegon. Like he wasn't too mad. He was mad, but not that mad
Yeah.
to that. And like he just was letting out frustration. I think that was an amazing scene. I was just like, no, he didn't.
Yeah, I was like, and I remember like when Aegon first ran in, and I was like, I just literally told you, don't run in. And we very nearly got TPK'd in that fight.
Oh my God,
And yeah, definitely. I mean, it definitely added to the emotion, and yeah, it probably would have gone differently had there not been that other element to it. So it would have definitely been a conversation of like, you're stupid. Why did you do this? But oh, hello, tortured boy.
hey, Alex.
We've got a lot of people here. We've got I saw Anthony, I saw Britt, I saw Tortured
Yeah.
Boy.
Demolition.
Regular old.
Woo.
Yeah.
Guys,
any
donate to
questions?
charity. I think we're just talking. I don't know. What's our charity today?
I don't know. Do you have a set charity that you normally donate to?
I don't know. Extra Life is the one.
Well, don't we normally do? Isn't the Extra Life one that we pick a charity and then we
Wizard
any
Lizard
donations go to?
No.
Donate to the Wizard Lizard Orphanage.
Oh boy.
We really need to save those kids. They're quite traumatized.
Yes. We're donating to the Wizard Lizard Orphanage.
The ones that survived, anyway.
Yes.
They died, didn't they? Wait, how's that kid that was possessed?
Yeah.
He's pretty messed up.
That incident released a bit of father figure from Bally when
where did it go?
That's so soon.
Well.
Soon. Dewey, we're not going to do a charity stream for my new car. I am working at Yogurt Barn. And
No, let's do it.
No.
Let's get you a new car.
No, let's not get me a new car.
Everyone go to my PayPal and donate for Bree's new car.
No!
And I promise I'll buy her a really nice car.
You promise?
Yeah.
You won't run
Promise.
off?
Make it a Ferrari.
You just have to come and pick it up from here.
Oh,
And it would be
nice.
it'd be
A
right-hand
win.
drive as well, so.
oh shit.
And it'd be stick shift. Because I know you Americans don't do well with the gear shift.
Wait, hold on. So I would have to find a way to get it to... Can it
You'd
go
have
on?
to ship it halfway across the F.
Yes.
Then you would have to cope with the fact that the driving seat is on the correct side.
No, it's not the correct side.
It's
Wait,
the correct
hold
side. And then you'd also have to cope, because I'm
The
assuming you
American
drive
problems.
automatic.
Yes, I do.
Okay, then
Yeah,
you also
well,
have to deal with the fact
that's
that
out the window.
there is a little thing in the middle of the car called the gear.
Yes, I've seen it in movies. I've seen Fast and the Furious 1 through 9. I know what it is.
Yeah, so if you can do that, absolutely.
No, guys, let's not. Brittany, we're joking. Stop. I swear to God, if some person makes a fucking GoFundMe for
Oh my god, yeah.
We need a sugar daddy out there. Any
Oh,
sugar daddy?
I'll send you a picture of my feet. That's fine. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, because I have a bruise on my big toe, my left big toe, from when I dropped a wooden chair on it like 2
Ow.
years ago, and it's still there.
Ow.
You've got 2 feet.
I know.
Could you just take a photo of one each and then flip the image?
See, if I do that, though, I have a tattoo on my ankle that you can see. It's a little equal sign, and so like I'll have to get a tattoo of that on the other side to make sure, like, so people know.
Could Photoshop it.
I've photoshopped bruises before.
I'm not going to ask why or how that came about.
You photoshopped those?
Did you Photoshop them on or off?
Oh, that's a question.
On. Oh, don't worry.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Is it a nice like pedicure, or is it just like?
It was just cover art to just show like a character just went through war
Are
and
you
all of that.
ass?
What?
Like, for reals? You actually did that?
Yes,
Why?
because war is not clean.
War is not clean, people.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
It wasn't a fun war or anything.
Oh my god!
Did he just have like a black eye or something? Was there any blood? Are we talking what levels of gore are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Like,
How about a
few
war?
bruisings and all of that.
Say it a
There
scuffle.
was blood. So yeah, I can't remember because I've done a few.
What's the
'Cause-
weirdest thing you photoshopped? Please,
No, we don't want to.
please.
I don't know.
There's a lot. You can't choose.
No, I'm trying to think the weirdest because I don't think there's one there, but like that I would consider weird.
The toast one
I
might
don't
have
know.
won, didn't it?
What?
Did the toast? Was that the weirdest?
I don't think I've got an answer. So
One that you can't say on stream, or like?
no, I don't think there's one that comes to my head. So
That's fair. That's fair. I mean,
discreet information.
yeah, I'm looking at your face trying to determine whether you've got to tell.
I know.
You
That's
know.
what I was looking for.
I'm just like,
And
is it
I am
something tiny?
literally trying to think, but I don't think I've got anything.
Mm-hmm.
hidden away on a hard drive somewhere.
I
Just
know.
Liam's Photoshop Doctor
Now,
Who
now I've got to burn my
collection.
bloody hard drive.
It was too spicy. I blew it up. No, come on. Wait, I'm going
But yeah,
up to the quit. Donate to fund help Bakugo's dad reunite with his son.
Go away.
You have to find a long lost child.
To get him back
Literally,
from
I saw
child
that
support
comment.
services.
I saw that comment and I had to tell Brie, and then as soon as she reacted saying she could not unsee it, I was like, well, I'm doomed for good.
I'm gonna send you a green button up.
When we go to the London Comic Con, Simon,
You got to cosplay it.
Yeah.
You have to
Bakugo's
cosplay it.
dad.
And we're going to get Alex to dress up as Bakugo.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I will dress up as the mum, although she may have gained a few pounds. So, you know.
One big happy family. Oh.
That's it. The Bakugos.
Alex would be such a good Bakugo. Like, he would be so good as Kacha. So good. Just screaming die all the time.
Just need to get the hair sorted.
Yeah,
He's already started with.
But he's halfway there, so
he's almost there. Yeah, he can do it.
That's it. We just need to style it in the right way.
Yeah, we just need to and
then get him angry.
Maybe
make him angry all day.
Huh?
Make him angry all day.
Yes, absolutely. I could say, never mind. I'm not gonna do it. Live, not doing it. Nuh-uh. Anyway, Dewey says that he maybe photoshopped him with AB Pond.
Oh, definitely. You've done that.
Definitely.
No, I haven't. But now that you think, now that you say it,
there we go.
What other con was okay? There's London Comic Con, and then there's MX.
Well, the thing is, especially with UK cons, there's also other areas like Newcastle Comic Con, there's Leeds Comic Con, Manchester Comic Con,
Liverpool, Glasgow, there's loads.
Yeah.
But
London's
there's a city with an
big
arena.
one. London is the UK's SDCC, so
yeah. It's obviously with us being a bit of a smaller country compared to the US, there's less of a demand for the smaller cons because everyone can get to London. Whereas not everyone in the US can get to San Diego. So, we find that some of the smaller cons, they have some of the, how do I say this without being insulting? Some of the less well-known celebrities.
Yes.
And,
I mean, he's not exactly wrong because I doubt any of the, many Doctor Who people are going to, there's been some Doctor Who doctors that have come to, smaller cons, but you're not going to have Matt Smith or Peter Capaldi show up at one of the lesser known cons.
Well, Peter Davison was at Glasgow Comic Con when I was up there, so that was pretty cool.
I'm just staring at your cat.
Yeah, little kitty. What do you want, eh? He has sharp claws. My legs look like a battlefield. There's no photoshopping that, And also, I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't rip my chair to shreds because I'm gonna have to buy a new chair. Yeah, hey. No.
Simon, you're so cute. You're so soft. You give me dad. Guys, charity stream so Simon can just stay at home with this cat all day.
Yes. Fund my life. Fund my life with my cat, please.
More Zuko vlogs.
That's it. It's
more Zuko vlogs. It really helps.
Reactions?
Eventually, I want to train him. Just to get him sit there.
Train him to meow at certain moments, like a keyword.
You can actually just imagine the thumbnail, something shocking happens, and Zuko Simon's face.
Even Zuko has his paws on his mouth.
That's it. That's the dream. That's how we get to 1 million subs. Is exploit the kitten.
Yes,
for views.
I try to exploit my nephews whenever I can.
That's not something you want to say live on air. I was joking.
Well, this stream is no longer monetized.
I don't ever monetize. I don't make enough on YouTube. I can't monetize this. I curse too much. I can't. Some of the things I say, I'm just no money, nothing.
No money.
Nada.
Well, the new changes. I'm going to get onto a little bit more of a serious topic. The new changes that are coming in for the copyright system seem a little bit more positive.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
like having to timestamp everything, giving you the ability to again remove,
cut out
yeah,
bits.
like the audio and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind if I've got to cut out 10, 20 seconds of audio in a reaction rather than
Yeah,
have
I
to go
don't
back and
mind.
re-edit it and re-upload it. That's
I mean, some are just like a pain in the current situation of things because it's like, oh, it's 1 second over, because we usually put in like 30 odd seconds a clip or whatever. And then someone might claim it like because it's 1 sec or block it, should I say, because it's 1 second over, and yeah, it can be a bit of a pain. So especially when you've got to re-render that, upload it, and then
yeah, and then that one gets blocked.
Yeah.
Tell
me about
Ultron.
yes,
How much
don't
does
get
that
me
word
started.
trigger you?
Don't get me started. Because
Ultron.
I uploaded episode 5. I cut out the bit that they said was re-uploaded that. They allocated a different timestamp to it, and I'm like, yeah.
I think they're very much like Viacom with Avatar: The Last Airbender. No matter what you do, they will find a way to stop it.
Someone suggested for me to react to Avatar, so I'm crossing that off my list.
Yeah, it's. I don't think I've seen anyone other than Blindwave be able to get through the copyright.
I don't know how they do it.
I don't know.
Do it? Do they pay the fees? What do they do?
I mean, they must have a contact, or they must have some way of doing it because.
Just bribe. So here's something that makes sure that our video doesn't get blocked. Okay.
Yeah. But you know,
I can like one thing that like maybe that could work is because that's what I did. This is what I did for the silent voice reaction. Is I just had the subtitles like time stamped with the actual reaction, so it's a full reaction, whole thing, and it's just the timestamp, not timestamp, the subtitles.
Yeah. Well, what I found has worked specifically for anime reactions. Like a Hunter x Hunter, I've had a lot of problems with, and I found now that I can upload the full reaction if I blur the picture-in-picture. Because and then it's kind of a happy medium. People can still see what's going on, but it's not so clear that the companies are, like.
I tried that with Ultron as well. So
did you, and it didn't work?
Nope.
Wow.
Nada.
Wow. Was it like edited? Did you edit it down as well as like?
Yeah, I had. I was at that point where I was like, okay, well, I might have to show like 7 minutes of this, because I usually put in like 9 minutes or something like that because it's such a short show. But I tried editing it down time wise, nada. And I had to blur the PIP from the very first episode, because that's how it all started. So I tried that little trick, and yeah, karma came for me eventually, with episode 5.
Yeah, I just what? Sorry, did
you guys finish Airbender though, or did you?
I did. Yeah, I didn't want. I finished season 1 of Ultron, and have left it there for now, just because I would like to go and react to it, but it's one of those I've kind of just put on hold.
Yeah.
It's
really good. I love it.
Oh, I just saw someone say in the chat if I had a laser pointer, and I do have a laser pointer, but he goes absolutely crazy, and I can't calm him down afterwards. So I'm not going to use it right now. This is an emergency thing. This is like if I need him to get out of somewhere, I use this to get him out.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Next vlog, I want to see it.
You want to see what?
Next vlog.
It's so hard trying to use it and hold the camera, though. I need a cameraman. Does someone want to come and be my cameraman?
I'm on my way. I'll buy a ticket right now.
There you go. Second trip to the UK.
Yay!
Hold on. Charity stream for me to go to the UK to be Simon's cameraman, please.
Yes. Let's do it.
Let's do this.
I'll have to make PayPal, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
And donate to my PayPal, and then I'll send the money on.
Yes. Yes.
With a finder's fee.
What's the finder's fee? It's like 90%. Take 90%.
I'm generous. I'll say 85.
Oh, okay. That's so sweet of you.
Yeah.
What do you think was gonna drop while we're at Comic-Con? Like, what do you think? What trailers? So, like, CW trailers for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Wonder Woman, I can see. I know they had to push it back, but I can see them releasing a Wonder Woman trailer.
True.
I don't see there being any Star Wars stuff.
Oh no.
I don't even think they have a panel.
No, they tend to Star Wars tend to use the Disney Expo rather than Comic Con.
Black Widow, we'll get a trailer for that. I'm positive. Yes. I am more than positive we're getting a Black Widow trailer.
What about any of the new shows with like Loki and
that announcement's been out for a while.
Yeah. What's the other one they're doing? With I'm trying to think. What's the one that he Falcon and
Yeah. Falcon and
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. Yeah. I'd hope we'd get something for that. But,
yeah.
Who knows? Don't step on.
I'll be happy with just one, if anything. Like they don't have. I wouldn't expect. I'd expect them to, like, if they were going to release a trailer at Comic-Con, I would expect them to release them at what is it, the D23 panel, because I think that's where they're going to announce Phase 4 and what they're planning on doing. Because we've only gotten, like, the only other film that we have we've completed basically all the official lineups for Marvel movies. So yeah.
Someone in the chat was saying Phase 4 announcement.
I think that's going to be at that panel. Because I think that's the big rumor going around, that they're going to, because they usually do focus, like, at their own panels, they usually do focus on announcing the next big stuff for the Marvel franchise. I think that's where they introduced Infinity War and everything else. So
yeah, I didn't actually realize this, but there's another Doom movie that's coming out. And I don't know if this is like an independent movie or something. I'm just looking through the list of movie releases for the rest of the year to try and figure out if anything might show up. And, you know, you've got like maybe do you reckon there'd be something for Joker, maybe?
Probably. I think they released a few pictures as well. And usually when they release a few pictures, that means the trailer's inbound. So
yeah.
Ooh, maybe another It 2 trailer.
Yeah, it could be. Zombieland? Zombieland.
Cool.
Because they don't necessarily have to be comic related for them to show up at Comic-Con in terms of like just having a trailer release.
Exactly.
There's a new Terminator.
Oh, I wonder if I doubt it, but it's a bit of a stretch. But is Doctor Who there as well? Because we might get something with Series 12. So
maybe like maybe not a trailer, but like a hint at like
trailers usually come like much closer to the release date, so maybe I don't know.
Maybe like an announcement of like a release date or something. I don't know, or like, oh, we're starting production or something.
Yeah. I expect it to be a lot more kind of, rather than it being trailers, more kind of like this is what's coming soon kind of stuff for a lot of things. Because there's not too many movies that are coming out for the rest of this year. I haven't checked the early part of next year, but we'll see.
There's also like companies that aren't even at Comic-Con that will drop a trailer during that weekend just to get like views and stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, my cat's trying to drink my tea here. You with caffeine is not going to work.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny. Cat has caffeine.
Oh no.
Yeah, it'd be funny for you.
Yeah.
Not me.
Simon's worst nightmare.
Yeah. Just doesn't work. Maybe Birds of Prey. What about Birds of Prey?
Yes.
That'd be so cool.
Yes.
Have they been in production? Like, I haven't really heard anything about Birds of Prey.
I saw the pictures, like, because I think they released certain pictures and all of that. And I think they did tease something. I think there was like a picture released about that Harley Quinn.
Yeah, her outfit, I think.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Titans 2. I think they're gonna release a trailer for Titans.
Yeah.
I don't even know, like, because like the DC app, the Universe app, it's not doing as well as it should, even with like Young Justice and because the person who did the trailer for Titans last year needs to be fired.
Yeah.
Because it is nothing like how the season actually went.
The trailer was like a misconception to how good the show actually was.
Mm-hmm. I didn't eat my words on camera. Like, I hate doing that. Have you guys had that where, like, you had to eat your words on camera about like, a reaction? Like a show that you did not want to watch and you ended up watching it was good? Because I had a couple of those. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was number one, I think.
That's an interesting one.
I don't think so. Like, I'm currently in the mindset where it's not exactly eat my words, but I'm currently in the mindset where I've got my top 3 favorite shows and I don't want that dismantled. And I just have this feeling that Buffy is going to peek into my top 3 shows. So I don't want to be like, Orphan Black, you're going to have to move down. So feel bad.
Legit, I don't feel bad at all. Like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. surpassed Flash, Arrow, Legends, and
I was not exactly discreet about how, like, when I first went through Agents, I was like, this is like a billion times better than the CW stuff.
Oh yeah.
I was not exactly quiet about that, and it still continues to this day for me personally.
I'd say Arrow. Like, I started off with The Flash, and I enjoyed that for the first 2 seasons. And people kept asking me, they said, watch Arrow, you'll love it. It's more your type of thing. And because I'd only seen snippets of it, and, you know, obviously I'd only seen Oliver Queen from some of the bits of crossover.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at that point as well, it was on like season 4, which I know a lot of people didn't like.
Yeah.
It was the best season ever.
I hate you.
I was kind of put off, and I was kind of like, I don't think it's really my kind of show. And, you know, I think I'll stick with Flash. And then when Flash started going downhill, I was like, you know what? I'll give it a go. And like, I've really enjoyed the first 2 seasons so far. So I think that for me was a show that in my head, I thought I won't like it, but actually it turned out to be really good so far. I've still got like 5 seasons to go.
Oh, don't do it. Just stop at season 2. Stop at season 2. Save yourself the pain. You're good.
Well, season 5.
Skip seasons 3 and 4.
Is season 3 bad as well?
Half and half.
That's when it starts getting bad. And then season 4, I'm just like, it's Felicity and Friends. Is season 4.
I had a feeling. I mean, I know a lot of people had problems with Felicity. And I always
toxic.
I used to be so for Felicity. Like, that was like the controversy on our channel because we liked Felicity, and then like we stopped, like, because we start what we do is that we like to support things out of spite. Just because, like, that's the whole thing with Ward. I'm like, I like Ward, and then like everyone's like, why do you like Ward? I'm like, well, now it's just gonna make me like Ward more.
And then and then I saw you hit that point.
I did hit that point finally. It took me a hot minute. It took me a hot minute to get there, but I do not like Ward. But anyway, like that, I used to be so supportive of Felicity, and then like I stopped listening out of spite, and I'm actually seeing, like, there's certain things in season 4 that I was seeing happening. I'm like, okay, Felicity, like, what the fuck? And so that's when I was just like, okay, I don't like this anymore.
Like, at the moment, like mid-season 2, she's kind of a quirky character who is very, you know, sort of fits in well with the team.
I loved that Felicity.
Yeah, and I could totally buy her and Oliver getting together. And I know that they do get together because, again, I've seen them in The Flash. So for me, I'm kind of sitting there and thinking, what must go wrong for people to hate it so much? You know, but then I've seen that started to happen with Laurel. I really like Laurel in the first season, and this second season, she's becoming a bit of a hypocrite, and I'm just kind of like, I'm not such a fan now. So I'm hoping they don't do that with too many characters.
That's their bread and butter, Simon.
Is it turning characters into hypocrites?
Drama.
Oh. No, please, no. Daredevil is another one. Daredevil for me, I thought that was not going to be my cup of tea. And I watched the first 15 minutes of the first episode and turned it off and didn't watch it for a year. And then my friend, I know, but then my friend was like, you have to watch this. Watch it. And I sat down and watched the full first episode, and I was like, yeah, this is pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I do like the first 2 seasons, but then season 3 comes and it just like knocked me away.
What happened in season 3?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. Don't tell me. I don't know.
Just a lot of insane shit happens. Just to try and give a vague description. So
that's right. Okay, because I haven't watched the newest. I haven't watched Jessica Jones season 2. I haven't watched Iron Fist season 2 or whatever. Like the most, because like I watched second season of the Daredevil.
Yeah,
that was really good. I thought it was really, really good.
But I don't think I've watched the third season. I'm kind of mad that they canceled it though. Like,
I am.
Like, okay, I was fine with them canceling Luke Cage. Now it's fine with them canceling Iron Fist. Jessica Jones, I think that was like my second favorite.
There is a good. See, the thing is, there's a good way as well to bring them back into the MCU, but this involves spoilers regarding Spider-Man. So,
yeah. I'm guessing, and this is going to be difficult for me to ask because I haven't seen Spider-Man yet, and yeah, I haven't seen that yet. But does it give any kind of credence to, and if you can answer this in the best way possible to not spoil it, but with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ignoring the events of Endgame and Infinity War, does this give any credence to an explanation for that? Does it help to maybe say, well, maybe this could have been why it doesn't acknowledge those events?
I don't know because I'm not caught up with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. since I'm so far behind. So this is probably a question Liam will have to answer.
Yeah,
because I haven't heard any spoilers for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I have no idea what is going on.
And that's not a spoiler because, the tie-ins that they tend to have are very minor,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, because when they announced, like, because we were at the part where they were for, what was the second one?
Winter Soldier?
No.
Captain America?
Age of Ultron. That's what it was.
Oh, Age of Ultron,
we got to that part where, like, the one character was like, all I see is fire and robots flying and shit. And then the, like, next episode, like, oh, well, that happened. Like, they didn't really address it. So I'm like...
It's been less and less as time's gone on that it's tied into the Marvel sort of movie universe.
I think the thing was as well with the Winter Soldier, that was like a big shot in the arm because and I think Brie will agree now that she's on season 3, so she's kind of gotten an idea of how progressive the show has become. But the first season wasn't as stellar as, like, say, season 2, for example, and Winter Soldier gave it a bit of a big shot on the arm, like that heavy involvement. And then you have just the small Age of Ultron references in season 2.
Yeah, with like the scepter and shit.
Yeah, see, I'm sitting there and thinking that they'd always planned to have Winter Soldier be the sort of fuel to push it forward and to become the show that it has become. But I don't think they exactly planned for it to go on as long as it has, simply because of how good it's been and how popular it's been. So they're struggling more and more to find ways to tie in the events of the Marvel Universe into the show. And that's why as time goes on, they're like, right, we're going to distance it now and sort of show less of that universe. I mean, where are you up to, Brie, at the moment with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I just learned that May's ex-husband is Flash. It's Sonic, yeah. He's Sonic.
I was going to say, what? Is Flash? Are we getting some kind of crossover I've missed here?
No. He is Sonic the Hedgehog. For sure.
All right. What is that, season 3, is it?
Season
3. I think it's episode 8.
No. Yeah. We didn't watch episode 8. We just watched episode 7. I know this because I just uploaded it to Patreon.
Yes.
I'm a patron, guys, and donate to me, please, so I can survive.
I really want you to get to season 4. Season 4 is the cream.
Oh, season 4, I was done.
I'm scared. I just
season
quit.
4. It's split up like most seasons at the moment are done in like 2 parts. I don't know. In fact, I'm trying to remember if season 2 and 3 were.
Kind of, yeah.
Season 3 is
3 was.
No, season 4 is 3 separate story arcs.
Yeah.
But
season 4 is 3.
Yeah, but they all as they do with many shows, they all kind of loop in together.
Okay.
But it's so good, so good.
I
can't wait.
I don't know who explained it, but like someone had said like the way Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. does it is like way better than how CW does it, because CW is just
By a billion.
one story arc, the whole 23 episodes, whereas Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like, here's a
They
story
can
arc for a
handle
few
it.
episodes, and then this episode and this episode.
They can actually handle it supremely well, and it's you will be blown away with season 4.
I think the problem with the CW shows is that they struggle to find ways to tie in the filler episodes. Like, you can introduce a main story arc through the season, and you can have like the initial build up to it at the start, and then you have the blow off at the end. But they struggle to link them up in between. So they have these like monster of the day episodes. I found this particularly with Flash, where it would be metahuman of the day, and it wouldn't specifically link into the main story.
Yeah.
You know, there might be the odd reference, or you might go back and say, oh yeah, I remember them mentioning that in that episode. But something that I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. does so good is keeping that main story constantly linked into every single episode. Even if it's not the main focus of it, there's always something in there that ties in to the end product. And so every episode you can't miss, because you're like, I need to see what this is. Whereas if you missed a Flash episode, you're not going to suffer too much.
Yeah.
When it comes to the end of the season, I think that's what they've done really well.
Oh, you're sweet.
Oh, McDonald's. What have we got from McDonald's, Brie?
We have, hold on, give me a second. We have a medium fry and a triple cheeseburger, no pickles or onions, because I hate that.
You guys get triple cheeseburgers?
Yeah, our burgers are fucking huge.
Like,
I'm pissed.
This is a large, Simon. This is what a large is. Look at my face.
Oh my god! So how many liters is that? Is that like? Or no, you're in ounces, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in ounces. I don't do liters.
How many ounces is it?
Babe, how many ounces is this?
I don't know.
This is America.
Honestly, I have no idea what size it
is. I like how he's like, this is America. And he comes back and he's like, honestly, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Love of my life.
I love that. I'm just trying to work out, because, you guys seem to have this crazy system of measurement that no one else in the world uses.
I know, we're the only ones. I'll Google it.
It's a 16-ounce cup.
Yeah.
It's the same as us. Could you show us how big the burger is? Because I'm very interested in seeing how big. Because like the double cheeseburgers here are tiny.
They are tiny. It's a disgrace. Hold on. I'm going to mute my mic real quick while I crinkle.
Okay.
Why not ASMR?
Yeah, ASMR. Crinkle it for us, please, Brie. That's it. Just crinkle that paper. Oh yeah, crinkling.
I'm going to punch you both in the face.
Oh yeah.
Stop it! Okay. This is a triple cheeseburger. Nothing like the pictures.
Jesus, that's disgraceful.
It looks so flat.
I know. In comparison, I have a long face.
Actually, you know what? I think that's about the same size as, like, the bun is definitely the same size as the double cheeseburger for ours.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's not too different. But yeah.
Welcome to my mukbang.
Expletive for views. Channel. That's it. Oh my! I think the state of some of those channels, man.
I mean, I ate earlier, so yeah.
Wait, there's mukbang channels?
Yeah, there's channels devoted to people eating.
That's literally all I do on my reaction channel. Why am I not there?
Not just that, but there's actually also food ASMR. Like you can actually hear that.
Ew! Ew! Oh, you got me captured. You're sweet.
If you want to really see how, like, disgusting it can get, go to. Have you ever heard of H3H3? The YouTuber. They have a video specifically on. If you search for his channel, they have a video specifically on female streamers who specifically just eat these mass amounts of seafood for views, and they get like millions of views.
Holy shit!
It is crazy.
Okay, first off, Seafood's disgusting.
I'm not a seafood fan as well.
Yeah.
So high five.
Yeah.
And it's just women eating. Are they all in like bras or something? Or like, what's the appeal?
I think people just really like the idea of seeing someone eat and get all sloppy, like because they're all dressed immaculately, makeup done perfect, and then they have these big
Wait,
tubs
they
of
eat
sauce. Yeah, let me find the video for you so you can watch after you've eaten, because you don't want to watch. You don't want to watch it whilst you're eating because you will not be hungry anymore. But yeah, definitely. Someone just asked if I could get £1 million, but I have to do ASMR for every conversation over the next year. Absolutely.
Oh my
Absolutely. I would do that.
Isn't that Vane's new voice is ASMR?
Yeah.
Potentially. I mean, I'm not sure. It's more it's going to be interesting to see how long I can hold that up, because
3 more sessions.
right, if I can, I'm going to put the link in the chat for the group chat here.
There we go.
And all you need to do is just watch 2 seconds of that video just to get an idea as to what some of these channels are like.
I already hit it.
What's Alex? Alex is messaging the Facebook.
I know. Tell him to join. Oh wow, her glasses are. I'm gonna fast forward to the actual eating.
Yeah.
This is an abomination against life.
Yeah.
Did she just? I'm so sorry. Did she just do what I think she did while she took a bite?
Which one?
Did she just ejaculate? Like, what the fuck?
What? Wait, did I send the right video?
Jesus Christ! Oh
She's
my
eating this giant ass crab.
Yeah.
And she was just like, never. I'm not gonna make that.
They make
okay,
the very
I see
sexual
what Brie means.
noises.
I see what Brie means.
Yeah.
The noise that she's making while she's eating. I don't even make those. No. Stop.
Anthony's just asked, question for you three. When everyone sets up for D&D, what cameras do you all use? Do you use the one you'll record with, or your webcams, or what?
Webcam.
Webcam.
Yeah.
Because I record with my iPhone. So
Really?
yeah,
Like,
because
this is a question I'll have for you all, and it links into the same thing. I record with a webcam, and I find that the quality is so much better. Why is it everyone uses like their phones and stuff like that?
Well, that's the thing. I had my camera, and then when I had my iPhone, I was like, this is so much more better in terms of like the quality. So I took the iPhone over my camera, and now my camera's going to be gathering dust. Like,
yeah.
Hello.
Because I imagine there's the frustration of having to take the file from your camera or your phone and transferring it onto your computer, and then having to use that to edit.
It doesn't really take that long for me. So,
what do you use, Brie? Do you use a webcam or a camera?
For D&D or period?
Both.
So for D&D, I just use my webcam because it's just right there, and it's not that bad of quality. Sorry, I just took a giant ass bite.
I'm going to make sure I interrupt you and ask you questions every time you take a bite.
But for like reacting and stuff, we have a Sony S5S camera.
Ooh.
And so, but like the one issue that I have with it is I have to like transfer it from that to the computer, edit, and then render. And it takes like, depending on how big the reaction is, like for like our episode reaction, it will take me like 23 minutes to transfer from the camera to the computer, and then the render time and stuff. So it's difficult. So if I could, like, if there's a way I can do like wireless transfers and shit, or like have it while it's recording being sent straight to the, because Brittany has it set up because she records from her webcam, and her camera's actually really good.
Yeah,
it is.
That's what I mean.
Some YouTubers, including her, she has the reaction, and then she has it like screen recording, and so while she's reacting, it's already getting fucking rendered.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
I want to know.
Like all you have to do is OBS, just do a screen capture of the window that you're watching.
Because that's what I did for my Patreon playthrough. You saw that really appropriate screen.
Oh my god, yeah, that was funny.
That's what I did. I basically recorded with my webcam, and I recorded the screen itself, and yeah, just press start record.
And yeah, it's all there for you. You can edit it live in play.
Yeah.
And like I say, you can get a really good webcam for really cheap. Like the Logitech webcams, I've always stuck with them, and they are fantastic. And I think what most people don't realize is that you could have a fantastic webcam, but if you don't have the right lighting setup, it's going to look like crap.
Yeah.
You have to have really good lighting to get the best out of any kind of camera.
Plays a huge part in a camera. Like even with recording on our phones, like I've recorded on my phone. That was how we started, was recording on my phone. Like I think that's how everyone starts, is recording matches on their phone. And the lighting plays a huge role in it.
Yeah, definitely.
That and stabilizers, like, because we used to have it propped up against the books.
Right, okay, I get you. Yeah.
I can have like a little like tripod or stabilizer, like it works out so much better. Even like when we do like our vlogs that you see, the stabilizer, it makes it seem like we're actually recording on an actual camera.
Yeah,
that's it. But no, it's like I always say to people, like whenever anyone asks like what advice do you have for someone who wants to start up YouTube, I'm like, just make sure you've got the right equipment. Like if you go back and watch some of the very first reactions on my channel, you can barely see me because I didn't have any lights. I had a good webcam, but there was no lights at all, so I was just in the dark.
Yeah.
I was just like, why? Why did I think that was good?
Yeah.
But yeah, invest in equipment. That's one of the big things that will see you through.
My first reaction was a Teen Wolf reaction, and I recorded on my photo camera, so it's not like an actual like video recorder. It was like a one that I would take pictures on, and so the quality was just so gammy and just so grainy, and it was so bad. I'm like, why did we record on this for almost a year? Like, why?
Is that on the Fandom Reactions channel?
Yeah.
Let me go back and watch.
No.
They added oldest.
No, stop. You know what? Fine. I'm gonna go to My Name is Simon's channel, and I'm gonna find your oldest one and see how.
Fine. Give me that revenue. Give me that ad revenue. Right, Teen Wolf Season 4, Episode 9.
Ew! Stop! And then we had the stupidest intro to like we.
Star Wars!
Stop!
How did that not get you copyright claimed immedially?
Which one?
Just like having the Star Wars intro.
I don't even know. I don't know. Stop watching it! Stop.
Dun, dun, dun. Teen Wolf.
We are so cringy. Please stop. Simon, please.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Loving the fact that the screen doesn't even fill the entirety of the.
I know. Please stop, Simon. No.
Come a long way.
I'm sorry. I love to tease.
I know.
It's not that bad. I've seen worse. I've seen way worse. And it just shows you how far you've come. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
come a long way.
Congratulations.
You
know what I love doing is going back through people's old videos and just looking at like the least viewed videos and just some of the stuff that people like. Because I don't know about you guys. What did you originally start out your channels for? Was it specifically reactions, or did you have an idea of you doing something different at first?
No.
I was kind of into the idea of doing vlogs, but then I realized I don't really do much. So yes. But
sorry, I didn't mean to laugh that hard. It was just funny because I'm the same. I'm like, I don't vlog, so I don't go anywhere.
What video was that?
Hmm?
What was that? Was that a video that you said, or?
Huh?
What were you saying? Sorry, who said doesn't vlog because they don't go anywhere?
Oh no, I was just thinking in general that I don't really do much. because I don't really have a life. So,
You do.
But at the same time, I was only doing like Doctor Who reactions as well, because Doctor Who is the only thing that I really watched. Because I really that's how I started things off. Like it wasn't coming on until like August, so I did something to fill the time. And because the Cheat Geeks inspired me to do reactions.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I watched their 50th anniversary in Time of the Doctor, and I was like, this seems like a fun concept, and I decided to follow their path. And then a bunch of other people showed up, like Torchwood Boy showed up. There was a bunch of other, like, we had this like Doctor Who community.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember those videos specifically.
Yeah,
the 50th anniversary ones, because that's when I first started really getting into watching reaction videos. Like God, how long ago was that now? Was that like 2013?
yeah.
Holy.
Yeah.
Like, that was
and
old.
And it's just so weird, because like I would say that the reaction world has taken a huge step forward. Like, we're seeing a lot of other people now come around, whereas it was really scarce, in my opinion, to find Doctor Who reactors. You'd have the odd people show up, like Rosa, like Cheat Geeks and all of them. Whereas nowadays you'll have a lot of people show up doing Doctor Who reactions. So
yeah,
it's just so interesting to see how there's been that growth in between 2014 and 2019.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh. Is this like the WrestleMania XXX intro?
Oh, you showed that at Extra Life, didn't you?
Yeah, that's the one where I was extremely drunk and I was singing along.
I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Watching it.
I was in New Orleans.
I don't think I was there for that part of the stream because I had to go to school and finish a project.
Yeah, that was my first proper video. And I just put it up there because I knew that I had a channel, and I thought, it'd be funny if I could record this and look back on it in a few years. Because it's like, going to an event like that is like a once in a lifetime kind of thing. So I was like, I want to record it and I want to, remember it. And I thought, why not just put it up on YouTube and see what happens. And yeah, that was like 4 years before I decided to put another video. No, 2 years before I put out another video.
This was April 15th, 2014.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Trying to fast forward to the singing, the drunk singing. Where is it?
Oh, it's the moment that Hulk Hogan comes out.
I need time.
Can people on the stream hear it? Because I don't want them
to. You should just have the speakers.
Excuse me, screen share?
No,
you can't on. I don't think you can on Hangouts.
Oh, my bad.
You can, but you're not allowed to.
Oh, you're so excited.
No.
Oh my God, there's so many fireworks.
Yeah, it's like the Super Bowl of wrestling.
Oh.
Every year, so there was like 90,000 people there.
So how did you go from that to reacting? Because I saw you have like a what was it, the jelly bean challenge on there and stuff?
Yeah, that was like another weird thing. I thought I'd always kind of wanted to do a YouTube channel, but I never really knew what about. I was like, should I do a gaming one? Should I do a vlogging one? And I thought, probably in the same mindset of Liam at the time, I thought, I don't really have a very interesting life. So, at first I just thought, what, I'll try doing a gaming thing. And then it was like a mismatch. I'd always watch reaction videos. And, even at that point, I was watching the likes of Liam and Alex and, some other people. And I thought, I'll just try watching this trailer. And in fact, it was Star Wars Rebels was one of the first trailer videos I watched. And people were like, you should watch the Clone Wars. And that's what got me into it. I started watching the Clone Wars and people picked up on it. And I was just like, why not do this? And then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was next. There was loads of shows I hadn't seen. So that's like where it all stemmed from.
That's crazy to me.
Nice.
That's crazy to me, like hearing that for both of you. Because like
Yeah.
I went in when we made fandom reactions, we made it specifically to do reactions.
Yeah.
Because we just graduated. Well, everyone aside from Nikki and Hannah, we all just graduated high school, and we didn't see each other a lot because we graduated 2013, and so while Nikki was in high school and stuff, and like after she graduated, we're like we need to like we did like a rotation where like we would all go to like one person's house to go watch our favorite TV shows like Teen Wolf or Arrow or Once Upon a Time was a huge one.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd all just hang out. And we freak out, like as you see on the couch. Like we would have those big reactions even before the camera. Like that's just how we are. And so every single time we're like, we should start a channel. And we went on for like months not and being like, we should start a channel, but just never doing it. And then me and Brittany actually watched this other YouTube channel called Britwit Reactions because they did reactions to Teen Wolf. And so that's why we started with Teen Wolf because that was one of the shows that we would all like get together and like, hey, we're watching this. And so yeah, we specifically started. I reached out to Britwit just to see if she would respond. Never responded ever. So I was just like, okay. Like
how is she getting on these days, Britwit?
I don't know. Let me find her. Because I know I think she reacted to the 100. So I'm like, I wonder if because I sent that like message or DM or whatever on Instagram like a while ago. Because like I still very much look up to her. Because it was also like her and her friend Brianna. Because it was like two girls named Brittany and Brianna reacting to Teen Wolf, and me and Brittany are like, let's do that.
Can't find anything for Britwit.
It's Britwit16. I'll send you the link.
Oh.
Their last upload was 2 years ago.
Oh, so they're not keeping things up to date. That's fair enough.
No, because their whole thing was Teen Wolf.
Okay. Yeah.
How do I send it in this chat?
There's a little chat thing, like at the top left. I think.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Where I sent you the link for the.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so like I looked up to them heavily, and like I know like because like one girl went to college, and so it's just Brittany running the channel, and yeah, they haven't really uploaded anything since.
That's crazy that they're called Brittany and Brianna.
I know, that's why me and Brittany love them so much, because we're like, wow, these youth, like, it's so funny. Like, I even commented on their reaction channels, like, oh my god, I have a twin sister named Brittany, and I'm Brianna. I was like geeking out, like following them. And so yeah, that's when we started Teen Wolf 2, and I desperately wanted them to notice me. Still didn't happen.
You hear that, Britwit? You had your chance.
Now you blew it.
I wonder, like, if she ever, like, if people are like, hey, go fandom reactions, like, I don't know, if, like, she basically kind of, like, is the inspiration for fandom reactions, because, like, even, like, the way they did their intros, were like, because, you know, we're like, hi, Hannah, I'm Hannah, I'm Nikki, I'm Brittany, I'm la, la, la. Like, they did, like, I'm Brianna, I'm Brittany, and this is, like, this episode, like, she could sue me.
Well, I don't think she would succeed, but it's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. It's nice. Yeah. It's nice to know where people got their inspiration from, I guess.
Yeah, I think
it is. I love it. Like we like the thing is, I think we all have a lot of interesting origins and how we all came into the reacting world scene. Whether it would be like Doctor Who and all of that, or anything else. It's just really interesting to see like all of us, like who know each other, like have these unique and wonderful origins.
How did you guys get into the Reactors League?
I think Shane saw my Batman v Superman trailer and wanted to get me involved into the Reactors League. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I got a message from someone one day, just for a random invite, and I was like, okay, I'll network. And then the moment I got in there, I didn't speak to anyone. I was like, what do? I don't know anyone here.
I think it was like No, that's just really funny. Just like I'm gonna network. Like I'll go in, like talk to YouTubers. It'll be fun and not talk to anyone.
Yeah. That's what I always think to myself, like, you know what, I should collab with people and I should speak to people and sort of, do stuff to help grow. And, because I think ultimately that's how you become successful in any facet of life, whether it's business, streaming, YouTube, whatever. You have to establish, those relationships and collaborate so that you can open yourself up to a bigger audience. And I'm not always that kind of person. I like keeping to myself. So it's like, I struggled. I was like, you know what? I'll go in, I'll make friends, and we'll see if people want to do stuff together. And I was like, or I could just like carry on with what I'm doing, So, yeah, that was that.
I took the biggest bite.
Oh,
Did
no.
you? Right, we need a question for you right now. Who do you love more, Brittany or Zach?
Oh boy.
If you don't answer in the next 5 seconds, we're going to say neither of them.
I love them both in different ways. I can't make love to Brittany. That's just weird.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That wasn't the answer I was expecting.
It's true, but I do love Brittany, and of course, I love Zach. He supports me. He pays for everything.
Yep. Young love.
Oh yeah. So, Reactors League. I would think I was asked by like Danny Unchained.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
That was fun. That was.
Did you both end up as admins in the group?
Me and Danny?
No.
Oh my god, no! I'd quit. I would quit. You pissed me off. I don't care because like I've said it in a few like things before. I do not like Danny Unchained. I met him in person when we had the Reactors League meetup. Which the Reactors League meetup was originally when I was supposed to meet Anthony and Alex.
Oh.
The whole reason the Reactors League meetup even started was because after we were all talking like, ooh, I want to meet you guys so bad. And like, we should meet in person. And then Jordan, like, everyone's like, oh, let's meet. And so,
damn.
Then we put it to the league, and then they couldn't make it. And so I was just stuck with Danny Unchained the whole time.
No. Who was there? Who else was there? Was there anyone else there, or was it just you two?
It was Demolition! Demolition Ryan!
I don't remember him.
Oh my god!
Like...
It was us, and that was the first time... No, not the first time I met Geek House, because it was Fan Reactions, Geek House, Chainsaw Reacts, Wes, and Danny Unchained.
Interesting group.
It was interesting. It was funny. But like, yeah, no, I almost drop kicked Danny Unchained while we were.
Really? I'd have paid to have seen that.
Huh?
I'd have paid to have seen that.
Because like
charity fund.
Charity fund to see me drop kick Danny Unchained, and like, oh, Demon Killer. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to call you Demolition Ryan. It's Demon Killer Ryan. I am so sorry. I would never do that. I would never do that to you. I do this every time. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so for the Reactors League meetup, I'm like, all right, we can do like collabs and stuff. And so like one day was dedicated to like all of us, because like we even rented like an office space so like we can all do like collabs and stuff.
Yeah.
And so like I did one with Wes, I did one with Chainsaw, I did one with Geek House, like blah blah blah. And we ended up doing one with Danny Unchained. And it was not going on my channel. He cut out the part where I flipped out. Like if you go watch his reaction, like there's like a jump cut from when I screamed at him to like how he ended it. Because I think he's super sexist. And so like while we were like setting up and stuff, and he's like, oh, so what are we doing? And because like leading up to the meetup, we're like, oh, hey, let's do this. And like we're collaborating and talking like how collaboration should be, you know?
Yeah.
His channel's been deleted.
Oh, it has?
Oh.
He's got a channel on there, but it's a secondary channel.
I wonder if it's there.
No, he's got no videos on it.
Oh,
Aww.
dang! I'm not surprised. But anyway, he expected me to set up. He had the camera and he slid over the camera to me and he just like pointed out. He was like, "Aren't you gonna set it up?" And like expected me to do everything, and I just didn't like it. And he tried to make this joke. It was like a super sexist joke, and I legit like screamed at him. I'm like, "You're supposed to be."
Son of a bitch.
I went off. I was like, "You're supposed to be a YouTuber. Like, do you not know how to set up your own shit?" And I like roasted him. And so there's like this huge jump cut from that to there, and then the way it ended, like I didn't even end the video. I just walked out of the room. Like in the reaction, like he's ending the video, and I just left. And then the other two girls, because like Nikki and Hannah, or it was Nikki and Christy at the time. Whenever I get upset, they get extra protective because I don't get upset a lot. I'm usually the one that's like, oh, like, I'll defend Nikki, I'll defend Hannah, like all that stuff. But it takes a lot for me to get seriously pissed off. And when I'm pissed off, I'm pissed. And so they become, my little cubs become mama bear. And so they went off on Danny too. Like, it was horrible. I hated it. Ugh.
Sounds
What a piece of
interesting.
shit, though.
I was sorry, because I was thinking like, how did I get into the Reactors League? Danny Unchained. Oh my god!
It brings back some flashbacks, some unpleasant flashbacks.
But I remember joining the league, and when I joined the league and like Chainsaw made like the announcement like, "Hey, welcome, Bree from Fandom Reactions." Everyone's like, "Holy shit, they're here!" I'm like, "What are you guys talking about?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, And then, like, that's when I first saw Torchwood Boy. And, like, he was, like, so active in the Reactors League. And I looked up to him, had a slight crush on him. Like, all that stuff. I'll be real. You too, Liam. Had a huge crush on you. I thought you were so hot.
Okay.
I'll just leave the stream now then.
Simon's like,
all right, I'm used to not being loved.
No, you are loved. I didn't know what you looked like. Simon, I didn't know what you looked like until Reactors and Realms. I didn't know what you. Huh?
Now you've had
really
time.
Cute. You're actually really
that's
cute.
a way of saying.
No, you're adorable, and I love you.
Well, I love you too.
Aw. So we kissed and made up. Yay.
But yeah, no, I like in the reactors, like I see him like commenting on everything and like doing all that, and I was just like, oh, I was like starstruck, and then they were announcing admins and stuff, and then Jordan like talked to me. He's like, I knew from the moment you joined the league.
That impression.
I knew from the moment you joined the league, you needed to be an admin.
You're destined for this.
Exactly.
Destiny.
This is fate. I knew this moment has come. It was basically something like that, and I was like, sure.
Okay. They will write it on your gravestone, admin.
But it was fun, and then I got to know Alex, and I got to know Anthony, because I had no idea who Anthony was either, and then, like, I saw his profile picture, I'm like, wow, what, like, buff arms you got there, sir.
Yeah.
They're the sweetest human beings, and then, I don't know how I got into your, I think Alex recommended me to do your, Cards Against Humanity games.
It was Adik. Adik, the one, was the one who was running.
Yeah, he was always the one.
It was Adrian, yes.
Yeah, he was trying to get as many people in to play it as possible. And so we had we played like 10 to 15 games, and we had so many different people from that group who would come and go, and met so many different people. Positive and negative interactions.
What was your first impression of me?
Of you? I think I struggled to tell you and Brittany apart. Because I think we both played at the same time. I don't think
there was one game where we played the same time because I played two games and then she joined.
I don't know if I necessarily had. I think it was a game where there was so many people playing that I wasn't focusing on the individual people too much. So I don't know if I necessarily had a massive reaction. I was just like, she seems nice, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of like because I knew you from the Fandom Reactions channel, and I knew that you and Britt were part of the league, and it was like I think at that point you were an admin. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's nice to get to interact with some of these people. And it wasn't really until D&D that we
started
to really
bonded more.
Yeah. And now we have the beautiful friendship that we have now. It's
all nice. It's sweet.
Yeah. But then we had our own. You went there though, Liam. We had our own Reactors League meetup.
Oh yeah, the London meetup, wasn't it?
Yeah, the London meetup. Yeah,
that was pretty cool. It was me, Tortured Boy, Sean, Greek. What was his name? Greek Media.
Greek Media, yeah.
Yeah. We had Who Reactions. Adik came over from Poland. He was in London at the time.
Yeah, he was.
And I think, was that it? Was there anyone else there? George Alexander was supposed to show up. And then he said he was busy. He had stuff to do. And then he showed up later in the day after having been shopping.
Didn't he show up with a Gucci bag or something?
Yeah, showed up with a Gucci bag. Didn't say anything to anyone. And then was just like, okay. But who else was there? I'm sure there was someone else that I'm forgetting, but this was like 2 years ago now.
Yeah,
that was the first time I met Alex, and I think Liam, you were going to come, but I think you couldn't in the end.
Yeah, I think that was. I do remember wanting to, but I wasn't able to at the time. So, because I would have loved to have seen like a few faces. I think I already met Alex at the time, anyways. But it would be great to see him again. But there was a lot of other people who. That I did want to see. So yeah,
and then we got to meet for the first time earlier in the year when we went to watch Endgame.
Awesome. I was totally fine. When I was totally fine, and I didn't have my face 95% water.
Who cried the most during it?
I think me. Like I did see Alex cry and all that, but I was like uncontrollable.
Alex had the most physical reaction in terms of like jumping up and down.
Yes.
Oh,
me and Simon were both looking towards him when Scarlet Witch showed up.
That moment where he's like, I don't even know who you are, and she's like, you will. We weren't watching the screen, we were just looking at Alex.
Yeah. That's so cute.
Yeah, because he was like in ecstasy, I think.
Yeah. He was completely done, and
hell of an experience.
Is there any other like YouTube friends you still haven't met in person aside from me? Because we still have to work this out, guys.
Yes, we do. Yourself, Anthony,
Lauren,
Joey Avalon. I'm thinking about people who I'd like to meet from the community that we have, because you could say many things about what YouTubers would you want to meet, and that's a big world out there of YouTubers. So I'm trying to keep it like more concentrated.
I have like my friend called she's called Geeky Amy. She's a small channel, but we do interact with each other. So her like I said, Laura, you of course, Brianna, Anthony.
Sorry, Nikki's swooning over you guys right now. In the chat.
I'm not surprised.
Hey, Nikki.
Hello.
Nikki Simon.
Well, I'm. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, I've met everyone who I would like to meet, and anything else is a bonus now. Well, actually, no, sorry. I know people who I really want to know, and the people who I want to meet I've got stuck in my mind, like yourself and Anthony and Lauren and
You
that.
don't have to say that. Like, it's okay.
This is retribution for the hot comment.
That's it. Yeah, it's like you know what? If I meet you, it's a kind of bonus. It's but at the end, no, I would love for us all to get together and like.
Oh yeah, that would be sick.
I want to do Alex's idea and like all of us go into an escape room and act as our characters and figure it out.
Oh God!
That's asking for a recipe of disaster. It's just oh no.
Adrian just be in the corner crying the whole time, like rocking back and forth,
trying to make deals to get us out.
I hook Brianna. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay.
I do hate escape rooms, Nikki. You're so right. I panic and I freak out and I get angry. I'm just Adrian in an escape room. Someone asked what
act your characters.
Oh yeah,
there we go. There we go.
Hannah Ray asks, "What's your favorite moment from Reactors and Realms?"
Favorite moment. That's a big. Oh man, there's so many good moments.
As crude as it says, as it may be, I will say, death scenes are really, really impactful, and I do think. Yeah, but I think it makes our characters really, really connect. Like Ellie's death was really, really crushing, and it had that sudden moment of realization. For our because we were all one crew basically from the very get-go, and we lost Ellie, and it was not just heart crushing for us but for our characters as well. Like our characters felt that moment of vulnerability, that loss, and it was pretty heartbreaking. So yeah, that's one of my favorite moments, the like impact of how each death does affect our characters.
I don't know if I could pick out one as like specific moment, but like there's loads of different moments that have really stuck with me, like from the Cassian reveal, like the Cada reveal, the Uranus spiking Max's drink, Uranus and Aegon going to the restaurant. There's so many moments that I look back at and think, Jesus, that was such a funny moment. It's hard to pick one specific moment because there's been loads of emotional moments as well.
Imrif's debut was pretty great as well because that had the sound effects as well, and I really loved it because there was that creaking noise, and we were like wondering what the hell is going on. And then Imrif shows up, and then we have this big colossal battle, and then we have to bolt it.
Yeah.
And then our ship gets blown up. So
we had an airship and we lost it. Well, we didn't lose it. It got brought down by a dragon.
How many sessions did we have that airship?
It was at least 10, if not more.
Because it helped us get all of the
it helps us cut traveling time.
Yeah, this was before we had the tree spell. Adri's tree. What's it called? Transport via plants.
Transport via plants.
Before we had that, which is really helpful.
It's very helpful. I love it. We still need to go ride griffins.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know what? There was griffin riders in that last session who were protecting the Tower of Waterdeep. We could have just hijacked a griffin. We should have done that. Why don't we do that kind of stuff?
Why did we not do that? Yeah, we've lost our touch. We've lost our touch. Bye, Nikki.
Bye.
Bye, baby.
Just gotta go scream into a pillow.
Yeah, no,
That's me every morning.
Whoa.
No.
Is it now?
I'm not saying anything.
It's your fault, Brie.
I didn't say anything. I was just confirming.
Yeah.
I was confirming with you. It really was.
Denied.
I can't wait for the day you're sick of me.
When hell freezes over.
Do you mean the day when he admits it?
What?
You never know.
He's already sick of me.
Yeah.
That's
So 3 out of
too long for me to process. It's just like, what do you mean? No one's sick of me. Are you kidding? There's no way.
You're a little cherub.
What's that?
Cherub?
Yeah.
You've never heard of being described as a little cherub before?
No. Is that an English thing?
It's like a little plant, little cute plant.
Yeah, but what's a cute? Oh.
What's
What
a
does a
cute
cherub look like?
Cute. What's
I don't know.
Sorry, no, it's not a plant. There is a plant called a cherub, but there's also a little it's like a little what's his name? Valentine's Day, the arrow, Cupid. It's like a little Cupid thing.
Cupid.
Yeah, it's like a little Cupid thing.
Yeah.
So you could take that plant
I think the little angels in Amy and Rory's death episode were described as cherubs.
like the baby ones in the basement. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they were cherubs.
I don't want to be a cherub.
now we've damned that word to hell.
Yeah, what the cherubs are Cupid. Oh, why didn't you say that?
We
I
did.
Oh. Don't mind me, I'm a dumbass. Excuse me.
Oh man.
I'm trying to think of other like not reactors and realms days, like Reactors League days. Remember Alex's Hunger Games things?
That was ace.
Yeah, all the stories that used to come out of it. That was pretty cool.
I loved the story aspect in general because I know Alex did one. I know Anthony did a Star Wars one as well, and
that was very good.
It was really great to see the creativity from the admins. So I thought that was a really, really nice thing.
It really brought the Reactors League together too. Like I felt like that was prime Reactors League.
Because got everyone involved.
Yeah.
It was a really nice thing. And yeah, I enjoyed reading those. It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And like everyone could like vote on things and stuff. Like that was so cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, so cool.
Yeah, it just kind of petered out as an idea, though. I think that there wasn't the. I don't know. It just seemed to be like a thing that fell apart over time.
Mm.
Doesn't really exist anymore. The group's still there, but it's
it's still there. But like, does anyone post in it?
I think only very rarely.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna look to see what the last post was.
I'm right on it as well.
You are?
Oh, I've got one for you. Oh, it's an appreciation post that you put into the Reactors League last year. About Anthony and Alex.
Oh, it was? Aw.
Yeah.
Aw.
That was it? That was...
Oh, I found the post where I was welcomed in. 19th of February, 2016.
How did you find all these?
I don't know. I just clicked on the Reactors League and it's brought up like a load of different
join date. Like it says your join date was this.
When was my join date?
Oh my god, there's a screenshot of my channel at the time and it's so terrible.
Oh my god, same. I don't even remember what my old fucking thumbnail thing was. Oh, remember how big of a deal it was when we hit over 100 members?
Yeah.
Events. RIP. Oh yeah, it was May 20th, 2017 was the Reactors League meetup.
23rd of August was the first time we played Cards Against Humanity.
How are you finding these?
It's just posts. It's where people have posted in, like, on the Reactors League, and it's just popping up. I think it's anything that I might have been... No, it can't be, because I'm not tagged in all of these. Let me see if I can click on this. No, I can't. I can't get into it. What else is there? There's Anthony's story.
Oh my gosh. Oh Lord, I found where it was like I freaked out that Danny Shepard acknowledged my existence.
What's been the? Here's a question for you. What's been the best recognition that you've been given from someone who's been involved in the shows that you've watched? Like, because you just said there, the Danny Shepard.
There's two. There is two. Well, first, even though I'm sure she didn't know who I was anyways, but I remember Brie recorded this video of Barbara Dunkelman giving a shout out, and I was like, oi, oi, oi. I was overwhelmed and all of that. And I felt that as well, because I think Alex Kingston gave a shout out as well. So I was completely done with that as well. And the other one that I was thinking of was my video of welcoming Jodie to Doctor Who being used and being shown at last year's San Diego Comic Con. So I thought that was because the video went up on Doctor Who, and I was like, well, I've appeared on Doctor Who's official channel now. I can say that.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember you said you got the email and you were really excited about it, and then it came out, and it was like, that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty sick.
Biggest recognition like that? I think, honestly, one of the biggest ones was when, like, Stephen Amell and, like, Grant Gustin shared Attic the One's mashup of the reaction.
I remember that.
And, like, it was 1 week, because we usually upload, like, later that week, but I was, like, around Christmas, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to post it early. So I posted it early, and then I was able to get into the mashup. And then he was like, you guys are hilarious. And I was just like, what the
fuck? No, I remember that, actually.
Like, I did my makeup and hair in those reactions. Yes.
You're like, that's a good one.
Legit, like, thank God. Thank God I did that. Because I usually don't. I usually have my hair in a bun, and then I don't have makeup on. And so, yeah, when I have makeup on in a reaction, it is rare.
Interesting.
What about you, Simon?
I don't think I've necessarily had any direct. I've had a couple of like people like tweets, but I think the best one for me was like my Rogue One reaction was picked up by the Star Wars show, and they actually had all of the graphic designers, like everyone, all of the ILM staff sat down and watched like a compilation of people's reactions, and mine was in there. And I just thought that was really, really cool. Like the people who worked on Rogue One, watching all of these people react to their work, I thought that was so cool, you know. But yeah,
nice,
crazy. I sat there and I was like, "This is the Star Wars show," and then someone posted, like on Twitter, and they said, "Like you're in this," and I'm like, "What?"
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah. I just thought it was really cool.
That's nice.
Yeah. It's crazy how the world works, eh?
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's what I love. I love the fact that, you know, reactions kind of... I love especially the likes of Stephen Amell, you know, and everyone who embraces reactions on Twitter and stuff like that, and can actually see people appreciating their work rather than it just being like, you know, people just tend to not really recognize them. And you know,
I think Liam said it earlier too, like the React community has grown so much.
Exactly.
Like, there's a more appreciation for it, because I remember I think it was 2 years ago, right when Force Awakens was coming out, we had our Force Awakens reactions, and it was used in like a Target commercial, and so like it was just getting more weird. It was just insane to me, and like people are liking reactions and wanting to see reactions, and it's grown so much. Alex is back.
Let's stop talking about him. Let's stop talking about him. Sorry, Alex. Alex, don't rewind the video.
No, don't. Oh God, please don't. Oh my God, wait. Actually, don't. Alex, no, please, no.
Please.
Please don't. No. No, this doesn't leave the chat.
Your eyes will
Chat?
be opened.
No.
I mean,
This is no fair.
You'll see Brianna
you
in a
said
complete
it!
No, stop.
Oh,
Okay, but
man.
it was true, okay? It was true. Absolutely 100% true. Not ashamed, just embarrassed.
You just, yeah. Own it.
Don't tell him what it is. I want him to guess.
No.
I do.
No,
He was going back. I mean, to be
No.
fair, it's like 2-hour stream, so he's going to have a lot to rewind. But
Start from the beginning.
It was like, I'll give you a little hint.
No.
It
No.
was within the last half hour.
Liam.
we talk about how long ago these feelings were, or how long ago in the stream.
My husband is downstairs, you guys.
Yeah, exactly. You're married now, so you know you met
Yeah.
a perfect man and you
Those
married him.
feelings. Woo.
That's it.
I hate you both.
We are never getting invited onto another stream again.
I know this is it. This was
We're
the
just
first-
relishing the moment
and
as
the
we can.
Liam, I take mine back. What I said is a lie. Like,
Ah!
That's it. She was lying. You see?
Oh,
Liam, no! Alex, no!
We need a reaction video of this, I think.
No!
I'm dying.
Brianna reacts to her secret being spilled. Like,
So yeah.
but it
Oh,
is
my.
true.
Hey, own it, like I said.
Oh yeah. Don't be ashamed. Yeah. Sly crush.
Yes, I had a slight crush on you, and I looked up to you, and you were so cool in the Reactors League, and I was so like enamored, like just being in your presence. Okay, I said it.
I see this as an absolute win.
You guys are evil.
Yeah, but you love it.
Oh.
That's it. You do the same if you were in our position.
What?
If the roles were reversed, you'd be doing the same.
That's beside the point, though. This is happening to me. Okay.
Exactly, but you know what comes around goes around, and
So, who's next?
oh,
Someone else confess something. Liam, confess that you
Liam,
were in love with me.
confess. This is confessional.
Yeah, Liam, confess.
Yeah.
Confess. Ooh, confess a YouTube crush.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
God, no.
Mhm.
Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
Come on, you've got to have someone out there.
Yeah, go send. She might be closer than, or he might be closer than you think. But she might be.
Come on, don't be shy.
I won't tell.
Might not matter.
Why? You had to say it.
Because you're already married, Bree. That's why.
Oh, that's true. Damn it!
Simon,
You're
do you want to go
trying
first?
so bad. So
No,
bad.
this is just on you, Liam. This isn't my time. This is your time.
No, I insist.
You don't get to insist. That's the way this works. You know,
Okay.
Just rip it off like a band-aid.
it can be anyone. Doesn't have to be people that we know. Although that would help.
It would.
Okay. I wouldn't be lying if I said I didn't have a crush on Torture Boy, okay?
You're so right. Yes. Yes. Me too.
Oh
Me too.
man.
Hold on, wait, who's my girl crush? I think I had a serious girl crush on, oh God, what was her name? Oh God, who was it? What was her name? It was like Abby Reacts or something.
Oh, Abby, I remember her.
I don't know where she is now, but I thought she was so
she kind of
cute.
stopped doing because she did
Reacting?
Game of Thrones reactions.
Yeah.
I don't blame her. She got out while it was good.
Yes.
She had the right idea.
So get out. End of season 6. Just go. Don't come back.
Yep.
Oh, let's not talk about Game of Thrones because that's gonna lead us
gonna
down a
start-
dark rabbit hole.
Yeah, you're gonna start burning shit down or something, right? Simon, do you have a YouTube crush?
Let me think.
Join the Tortured Boy fan club because I think we all had a crush on Tortured Boy. Let's be real.
I mean, no, I wouldn't say no, but it's. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to diversify and come up with a different answer because everyone's just said Soldier Boy so far. Like, I've never personally really interacted with him, but J-Per-View.
Who's that?
Oh, I know J-Per-View.
Yeah.
J-Per-View? Hold on. Give me a minute.
Again, I think I've only really seen him on a couple of videos and on Twitter, but there's other people who I don't not reaction channels, but yeah.
Oh, he's cute.
There we go.
Oh,
Yep.
he's cute.
But yeah, just from passing by, on Twitter and stuff like that.
Subscribed.
That's marching up the stairs right now. Oh god.
Oh no.
What about TV crushes? Does anyone have any crushes from any of the shows they're watching?
Karen Gillan. Oh well, currently watching.
Currently watching.
No, it can be anything that you've watched.
Karen Gillan. Easy.
Oh, a new one.
What about you, Bree? Do you have anyone from TV shows?
Cara Danvers. So, what's her? Who plays Cara Danvers in Supergirl?
Oh, Melissa. I can't pronounce her second name.
Melissa.
Oh,
is that his girlfriend in the? Never. Sorry.
Whose girlfriend?
J-Per-Views.
Oh yeah, I think so.
That's upsetting. Damn it.
You're married.
The noise.
Wow. Let's see the beginnings of the divorce process here.
No, we're not. We're good. So Melissa. Who else? Oh, Ruby Rose.
Ruby.
Yeah,
Rose.
she's cute.
She's hot as hell.
Yeah.
Katie Lotz.
I used to. Agents of Shield. Arrow season 2, definitely.
Which one did she play? Because I'm on that at the moment.
Sarah.
Oh right, yeah.
I think there's any more else. I think Elizabeth Henstridge is cute.
Who does she play?
Gemma.
Oh, she's cute.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. In they're all girl.
Lincoln.
Oh, hell yeah, Lincoln from.
Nikki was on the chat earlier, so.
Lincoln from. Oh, and we just got to the part where he's not running anymore and he's staying with the team. And I'm just like, yay, we get to keep him forever. He's so cute. We get to keep my boy.
Yay.
I discovered a crush watching Arrow. Colton Haynes.
Oh, Colton Haynes.
I only recently found out was gay.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, that makes it even better. Not that I'd ever have a chance, but there's something about it that makes it yes, that intensifies things.
I forgot one. Jordan who plays Felix on Orphan Black. He is a total I absolutely fell in love with him from the first episode, and there were a few explicit shots that was wow.
Oh, really? In Orphan Black?
Yeah.
of Orphan Black is there?
5, 10 episodes each.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. I can do that.
And it's a really freaking good show.
Yeah, Colton Haynes is a good one.
Yeah, Colton Haynes.
He's also a lot shorter than I realized.
Huh?
He's a lot shorter than I realized as well. So you know, you look at someone and you just imagine that they're a certain height. It was the same with Alex. I was like, "Oh, Alex looks like about average height," and then he's like,
Alex makes
two.
Alex makes me look small. I have to kind of look up to him.
Guys, the whole ass like 2 feet.
Yes. I'm just saying that, and I'm just thinking, wait, Brianna was.
Yeah,
I think he's 6'3" or something, 6'2".
Yeah, 6'3" if anything.
I think he's 6'3", but I'm just like, what the fuck? When he picked me up from the airport and like we hugged, I jumped, so I was able to like reach that height. So it's
that's why you would have jumped anyway, even if he was like 6 foot, because I imagine the excitement in that moment must have been off the chart.
Absolutely, especially because like I didn't see him when I first got to the airport, and then like I'm right by where like all right, this is where you get picked up or whatever, and I'm looking around, I'm like, I don't see him. And then he's like, where are you? I'm like, I already walked out. He's like, I didn't see you walk out. I'm like,
You're at the right airport.
Yeah, I was. And like we just missed each other. And so I sent him a picture because I was standing by like a coffee shop thing or like a coffee stand. And so I sent a picture, and then I like had my phone down, and I look up, and he's like fast walking towards me, and and I was just like, I squealed, and I'm pretty sure people stared because I didn't. Okay, it wasn't a squeal. It was definitely a scream. I screamed.
Yeah.
It kind of was like a flying squirrel, so I did that thing where I just jumped.
Oh God.
Anthony was saying how he was gonna, because I told him like I'm gonna tackle him to the ground, and so he was tempted to like run the other way when he saw
me. Being aggressive. That kind of stuff would get you arrested in an airport, you know?
Really?
Yeah, you tackle a random stranger, you know? People are going to start wondering what's going on.
Oh,
Alex, I had to catch to her quick. Quick catch her.
It was like, oh, hey, and then I'm up in the air. Oh, shit.
Oh, God. Oh, Alex, she was also telling us about how you made her a cup of tea, I believe. Yeah?
Bree is not impressed.
And was it a good cup of tea? Was it an okay cup of tea? How was it again?
It was amazing. It was the best tea I've ever tasted.
Oh, that was a different thing than what you said earlier.
It changed my life, Simon. Like it changed my life.
In the same way that, you know. Yeah. You know.
You don't shut the fuck up. Come over here. Do you understand?
Okay, I'll make you a proper cup of tea if you do come over.
What do you mean?
A proper cup
I'll make you a proper cup of tea.
What's a proper?
Don't convert to the dark side.
What's a proper?
Where you don't put the milk in first. Where you actually let the tea bag steep in the hot water for a good while. Then you take the tea bag out, you add the sugar and the milk. That's the best way to do it.
Absolutely. I'm not. Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. That Alex made the tea was amazing, and I changed my whole life.
A life-changing cup of tea.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Next time I see Alex, I'm going to have to ask him to make me a cup of tea.
So you can wash?
So I can what, sorry?
So you can watch him pour the milk first?
Well, no, just see if it's life-changing.
Yes.
It really is. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
I'll never drink tea.
Have you ever drank tea, Liam?
Yes.
What did you think of it? Did you No.
So I read a comment. It might sound so stupid, but I love when people say "nani," like when they're watching. Like, what? But it's "nani." It's just. And so I read Dan's kind of like milk and tea, "nani." I'm just like, yes. Especially like in Endgame, who what's his face? Hawkeye was fighting. He was like, "Nani," and I almost died. It was the best. Little things. Anyway.
Oh man.
I think maybe Alex missed that conversation.
Oh no, I think he did too.
Yeah. Oh. Oh dear.
Should we spill controversy?
Yeah, I thought that's what we've been doing for the last 2 hours.
That is really true. Oh, not controversy, but your campaign.
Oh,
yes.
What about it?
Can we talk about it?
Alex
What
is here.
little there is at the moment, I guess.
Alex is here.
You're here?
I mean,
Oh, okay. I just wasn't sure if you'd heard the tea comment. You know, that's all. That's all.
that it was amazing.
Yeah. So yeah. Not a lot of information really to give at the moment. I've got a couple of the character backstories, yours and Alex's, which are very interesting, and I'm looking forward to implementing them into the long-term dynamic of the campaign. It will be set in the Moonshade Isles, probably 100 years before the events of R&R, and there's not going to be any kind of like seasons. It's not going to be like a season finale, mid-season finale, anything like that. It's just going to be straight episodes so that you guys don't have a clue when the big stories are happening and, you know, when a big fight could happen. You know, you might get the general gist because, you know, you might be preparing for a big fight, but you could have a big event just happen out of the blue, which I think would be a better way of just putting you guys on edge, you know. But I haven't really. I've got a few ideas of what I want the story to involve, but I don't have a skeleton yet. It's still in the very early phases of planning. But that's why I think it's great to get some character backstories in now, so that I can
Be able to work something in.
Yeah, mold something in, and you know, you don't have to go in and think, how can I fit this in? You can build it around some of those concepts, you know. And like I say, I'm completely fine with most things that people want to do. If you want to have a neutral character, you know, you can be a neutral character. You know, if you want to play an OP class, you can play an OP class. You know, and I will make it work. You know, there's plenty of ways to make it work. So yeah, it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we haven't even started yet, so don't give me any applause until we actually have started. It actually works out. But yeah, it's going to be at least 6 months to a year before I'm even ready to start. So as Alex knows, it takes a while to plan.
Yeah, because Alex was planning the Bounty's Chase for I gave him my backstory in like the summer.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know I came a bit late. Well, I say a bit later because it was like 7 episodes later. But I know I came in like several episodes later. But I know he's been planning it for like a long time.
Mm-hmm. It was definitely at least 6 months that went into the planning because
I would always see those tweets saying teasing about what he was creating, like the adversary and all of that. So
yeah, because I remember, I think originally Alex had said that he was aiming for like a September start time, and then it got pushed back a little bit, and there was a lot of planning that went into it. So I remember I was at the point where I was like, I made Quinlan really early on, and I almost had to kind of like jump back into it and be like, oh right, yeah, I've got this character now that, you know, I've been waiting to play for so long, and this is going to be so awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's been so good so far. I've enjoyed it so much.
Huh?
I can't wait for it to come back. I've enjoyed it so much.
Me too.
Same. I'm absolutely. I've been absolutely loving Bounty's Chase so much.
And our happy barbarian.
How happy is he going to be after Emma Crane kills his mother and father?
Nobody, no death. Let's remember that. I don't know, because this was more of a choice, a heartbreaking one for Raiden, but it was he saw this as the world will suffer greater potentially, but we'll just have to wait and see, because I don't think, even though he had that talk with Jackson, I don't think he's fully over everything that he received during the Underdark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think now that you've actually said on stream, no body, no death to Alex, you're definitely going to be seeing a body now, I think.
Exactly.
First seconds of season 2. Blink. Yeah. There's your mother's corpse.
There it is.
Where's Raiden's family from?
Thunder Home, I think it is.
I'm gonna look.
It's like to the very west of the map.
Is the baddies chase when you log into Roll20? Do you go? Is it on the world map so we can see?
Let me have a look. Let me jump in and have a look here. And just see. This is one of the things I've set up a couple of screens already for my campaign, and one of the things I've struggled with is finding the town maps. Because
there we go. Alex has even said bodies are dropped before you say the sky.
Yes.
What was the name of the town?
Thunderhome.
Thunderhome. Yeah, it is. It's on the map. Written Duragar moving into position.
Yep.
Next to it in the Thunder Peaks.
Yay! Because that's why I can't live there anymore.
I want to visit the realm of the Wailing Fog.
Why?
Because it sounds weird and cool.
Bree says that with her conspiracy board on, chopping up the bit.
Yeah, and then it's south of Tower Tranquil. Doesn't that sound like an awesome place?
Doesn't sound tranquil at all.
Oh. Alex, can we go to Tower Tranquil when you come back?
Question: what? Oh, he has a write-up for it. Oh shit! That's where the cows are, guys. Yes. Confirmed. No, what did you guys think of the season finale and stuff? Like, we haven't really talked about the ending of season 1 and what happened and all that stuff.
I loved it. Especially the focus that some of the characters got in the second part. You know, whilst it sucks that some players have to miss certain sessions, I do like the fact that it gives a bit more limelight on some of the characters who don't necessarily always get that. Like Raiden and Yano got a good chunk of spotlight that I really, really enjoyed. You know, the Yano and Sybil interaction was really cool. Because, you know, obviously with Alex sort of having missed a few sessions, he doesn't always get the chance to be involved. And so it was really nice to see him
get involved,
get in there. And, you know, the fight session before was pretty brutal,
pretty ruthless. Yeah.
But I love that kind of stuff, you know.
But I think the strategy in that fight though, as I've said, was really perfectly done. Especially the banishment of the barbarian. It's logistical thinking, and if you have an idea that this person is probably going to be a thorn in your side, and you've got that spell prepared, then it's best to utilize it. And I just know that I think Alex was apologetic that I couldn't partake in the fight and all that. And I was like, I'm okay. I'm okay. I was just watching, get the popcorn. But no, he had no reason to be sorry whatsoever, because he thought of a great plan. It was executed well, because I'm not advocating seeing everyone's bodies on the floor, but it was done really, really well. So...
If I'd remembered counterspell, that wouldn't have. Well, that may not have happened.
Yeah, because I remember you were like counterspell. Dang it!
Because I was so focused on doing my other stuff that I normally do that I forgot that I had counterspell. I think it was the new. In fact, I think it was the new spells I had, and I was thinking more about them than anything else. And I was just like, why didn't I do that? And then you were gone for the entire fight because of that. So sorry about that, but
Ryan was just eating popcorn.
But like,
yeah,
I
he's
really-
just there.
Oh yeah, he wasn't even like just all he saw was white.
Yeah, all he saw was white. It was just like a purgatory state. No matter how where he moved, there was no signs of anything but just white.
Yeah. Like, but also like because we've heard so much about Valen Thorngate. Valen Thorngate was the one who sent the nightmares after us in session 8, and that killed
Yeah.
Leo the first time.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, he hyped up Valen Thorngate so much, and then spawned a toxic ship that I'm not proud of. And I don't know, it was really cool. Like finally, like seeing Valen and seeing that take place.
Mm.
What?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, she died, didn't she?
No, she
Yes,
didn't.
she did.
She did.
Florrie.
She
No,
died.
she didn't. She did
And
not.
then we had to make the decision as to who to bring back.
That
Mhm.
broke my heart so much.
I could. Yeah.
I'm so happy I wore a hat. I'm so happy I wore a hat.
I was.
Because like you can see if you look for it, if you look in like that session, like you
Yeah.
see when I peep up my head, you see some of the eyeliner went up like that. So I look like a clown.
Radical.
I was hard sobbing. It was so bad, but it was so good. That's why I was so mad at you, Simon. I'm like, why did you do that? I cried so hard.
Next time I'll bring back Jackson
Okay, don't do
instead.
that.
Rude.
I love my baby Melody. No, it worked. Right when Luna was like, I can only bring back one. I'm like, I know
Yeah.
exactly what Quinn's gonna do. I know it. I know it. I know it.
But
Yeah.
like
No,
it
you
was
know.
also that moment of regret as well, because Raiden had Jackson and it was either him or Melody, and like I think if Raiden wanted saw that he needed Jackson back more than Melody, but Quinn wanted Melody back more than Quinlan, if anything, there would probably be that guilt. I would feel so.
So why didn't Raiden fight to have Jackson revived instead?
Because you know he couldn't
No,
beat Quinlan.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that could have created some complications if Raiden favored Jackson more than Melody, but Raiden inside knew that bringing Melody back was the as heartbreaking as it sounds, the better call, because it's that Melody is a leader and we need her. So
That's just it.
Mm.
You know? But it all worked out. We got Jackson back as well.
Mhm.
yeah,
And
happy
we
days.
just need to find everyone else now, you know?
I mean, we're down a priest, but yeah.
Yeah. I've got some theories about some of the other stuff as well.
Ooh, what you
But-
do? I love theories.
No, don't tell us. You'll.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
think
have
you-
the board.
I think I saw your face when one of the theories that came along. I'm trying. I mean, in my head at the time, I was thinking, could it be this? And I've since I haven't really thought about it too much, but I'm still thinking in my mind, does it make sense? But I'm just wondering if Quinlan's mother could be the mother.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so like.
Hang on.
Oh,
Oh,
hello.
Liam's gone. Hi, Liam.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I just knocked it down because I was getting some juice. Fun.
No, I was thinking like I think Quinn's mom is the mother, or I was thinking that it's either Quinn's mom is the mother or Quinn's father is the pirate.
I don't think he's the pirate because the pirate was. Didn't he have a specific name that we learned? And he's actually towards the
sea?
east. Yeah, he's towards the east where the coast is.
Yeah,
Hold on. I have it.
I'll be right
But then again, I
Yeah.
don't know. They said the mother was up north, so I don't know.
At the neck, you'll find the pirate. At the far north, you'll find the mother, and deep down below, you find the priest.
Yeah, so I think that one's kind of out of the question. Yeah. Liam's gone, so it's just me and you now, Bree. So, what do we really think of Liam?
He's all right.
I mean, did you really have to invite him to today?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, we role play a couple, so I just felt like I had to, and it's just like I don't know.
How are things going between?
How it is like I just like
How are things going? How are things going between Balasar and Adri?
you know, she thinks he's acting weird because like he shut the fuck up. Thinks he's acting weird, and yeah, that's that.
Yeah. So cool. Moving on.
Yep. No, I definitely think. So, why do you think that she's the mother?
I don't know. Intuition. Like, because we don't have a whole lot of detail on the mother, other than she wasn't the best mother in the world. But yeah, the more I think about it, the less I think it's true. But I don't know. Anything could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Anything could happen. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
That's just the fun, like, especially with the bounties chase. Anything can happen. So
Almost everything happened.
Everything does happen.
Quinlan turned into a triceratops as fairies, and a unicorn came out in the Underdark.
Like, I don't think I could ever have imagined that being in a D&D game, but here we are.
Yeah.
That's it. It's been a crazy couple of years.
Where's my conspiracy list? Aha.
Oh God!
You have a list.
I do have.
Of course.
Just for that campaign or for other campaigns?
No, I don't have a list for Reactors Realms.
What's your one for Vane? Do you have one for Vane?
Not yet. The one that I do have for Vane is that he is connected to Aegon's backstory because of Agrenac somehow. Or Agrenac's wife. I think Vane is a orc or half-orc underneath his cloak.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Blink if I was right.
What if I just close my eyes and just refuse to look?
No, that's not fair.
What if I blink twice?
But like my second theory is that he's tied to Torment's backstory to tie her into the main story more.
Yeah. Which I do like so much.
Yeah. Because like now Torment, because like I don't know, Torment doesn't really have like a set place in Reactors and Realms yet.
But this could
bring her
add
in.
some layers.
Yeah.
I think I saw in your face and a couple of people's faces yesterday, and am I right in thinking maybe some people thought that it could be Galen?
No, but now
it's not, because I wouldn't tell you say that and then I didn't want to recycle an old character because I've had this concept for a while. So it's not Galen. That's one thing I will confirm.
And is it related to Galen?
Oh, no, not necessarily.
Okay, what do you mean by not necessarily? It's a yes or a no. Is he related to Galen or not?
Could have met him at some point, but we don't know that. So the world is a big place.
Okay, so is this character tied into the things we leave behind somehow?
No.
You had to think about that.
I had to think about what happened in the things we leave behind.
Okay,
I could have just been doing it to put you off.
I know. That's so frustrating. Wait, could your character Vane be connected to Unbroken Wings somehow?
No.
Does Alex know about Vane's backstory?
No. Joey is the only one who knows.
Really?
Yeah, because I had to explain it to him.
Okay.
What's a box?
You're so right.
Right.
Do you think it will come up?
Could do. It just depends on the way conversation goes. It's like, I think it's more likely to come up, or at least there's more likely to be hints in casual conversation than in like a specific event happening or it might be something that he reacts to, or the way he looks at someone, or the way that he asks a question. You just don't know. You're just gonna have to keep your eyes and ears open.
Can you name one character that it is for sure not related to? Vane is for sure not like
Eloith.
For sure not Eloith.
Hmm?
I already knew that though.
You didn't specify that it had to be something you did or didn't know.
Exactly.
Okay, a new one.
Can't.
She's trying.
Why?
She's trying to narrow it down.
Oh,
further.
actually, I think I did speak to Alex once about the concept. Whether he remembers exactly what was going into.
Bree is going into the inboxes right now. I need it.
I swear to God, if anyone reveals anything, I will come to houses and I will knock politely and tell you how disappointed I am in you.
Okay, wait.
Totally not sugarcoating.
Can you summarize the event that the character is tied to one of the characters in one word?
Emotional.
Ah! Okay.
Life defining.
That doesn't...
I've given you 3 words.
No, that's not... Those don't count.
Why not?
Because you don't...
You can't tell me you're disappointed I'm not well.
Baby.
This is what I love seeing. Like Brianna just getting so frustrated.
Yeah.
Try to get so close to the answer, but
I'm trying to think of really, really vague things I can say that will just make you even more frustrated.
Just come out and say it.
Say what?
Say what it is.
No, because that is
Okay, wait. Does it have to do with one of Vane's family members?
No.
Okay, I don't like the no, because you could be lying.
I could be lying about anything.
That's true. I mean,
Watch, this reveal is probably.
I mean, to be fair, I did give you some vague stuff with Project Onion, didn't I?
But then I figured it out, and then you try to throw me off.
Exactly.
I think it took a genius to figure out what that was, though.
Yeah. It took me a little bit, and then I'm like, is he proposing? And then I was even telling, because I was asking Anthony and Alex, I'm like, is he proposing? I'm like, no, he's getting you a dog. I'm like, why the fuck would he give me a dog?
Dog.
I'm like,
so I had to come up with something to keep her on the trail of it being a dog. Because I was like, okay, well, we're just buying this.
I know, and then he had the one of the hints that he gave me is not all doors have this, and then I'm like, a dog door? I'm like, wait, am I really getting a fucking dog?
Not all doors have this.
Ring.
I know that. I was thinking ring too. I was thinking ring, and then they were like, it's a dog. And then I'm looking at the hint. I was just like, is it a fucking dog? And I remember being so mad. I was so mad. I'm like, why isn't he proposing to Adrian? I was so mad. I'm like, I swear to God, I'm going to be so disappointed if Balasar doesn't propose. Because now I had it in the idea that he was proposing. And then they were trying to get me off the trail. They had it in...
I had this belief.
I don't know why I have a feeling that she's going to say no.
She's just got a plot twist right now saying no.
I don't know.
Okay, so what now?
No, I don't think she'll say no.
I don't think you could be lying. You could be lying.
I have to talk to her.
It's that conversation we had earlier about the player being the character. It's gonna be full Brianna just to fuck with everything.
I'll talk to her. Yeah, I'll talk to her. I'll make sure. I'll ask her real quick.
Can I speak to her?
I would actually love a conversation.
Yeah, please do. Please roleplay this.
No.
Hey, Adrian.
I'll take a step back.
No.
You two
No.
can just chat away.
No thanks. Nope, not happening. She's not
We
talking right now.
could do the proposal now.
Yeah, we did a proposal.
So Joey wouldn't mind.
Shit. Oh god. I felt so bad. That was your moment, babe.
That was. Oh well.
Do it next session. She'll be ready.
Session 63.
Huh?
Session 63.
Oh gosh. How are you gonna get a ring then? Is the ring still
I've
on its way?
already got a plan cooked up.
Don't need
I
a
won't
ring.
say what, but I've already got something cooked up.
So that's how it's gonna be.
you know what Project Onion is, so now.
Yeah, but you love theorizing, Brie.
Yeah, we
like
love
this.
keeping you guessing.
I don't like it. I don't like guessing games.
You love guessing games. You love theorizing.
It's just theorizing. Why don't you theorize how this is gonna work?
Because then you're gonna convince me that I'm getting a fucking dog.
This whole thing is just to throw you off the fact that
You're gonna have a dog around your finger.
And then, oh my god, I even thought because Balazar had mentioned something, so I thought for a hot minute we were adopting. And so I was just like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't think she's ready for this. It's like trying to put her shoes.
Adopting that would be a bit of a responsibility on the group.
Yeah, so about this, we got a
No,
new
we're
kid.
not. We're not adopting. That's a hard no. That's a hard no.
Yeah, no, but you could just imagine on the farm. Yeah, so me and Adri have a new kid, so yeah.
Name of Parthenia.
No, Rennick.
No! What is wrong with you? Has Max thought about popping the question to Uranus, or does he think that their relationship is still good?
I need to speak to Alex about what we're going to be up to whilst we're everywhere about the story. Like, everyone's bed's free, and
Oh.
I don't know. You know what? It might be fun to throw in some genuine kind of friction in there. Like, how would they get on living together for however long it might be?
They travel together, though.
That's not the same as being together alone. Like, in one place, like with no other distractions.
Yeah, and plus Uranus doesn't have his frustrations to take out on Balasar, so
yeah.
Ooh.
So, I don't know. It just depends on how we both feel about it and how we would see that developing.
Kid random.
I definitely don't think it's at that stage yet. Because
no, Alex, no!
Oh, deflowering the treehouse.
No! Not in her petunias, no!
When Adri returns, what's this white stuff on them?
No. You stay out of the treehouse. I should have put warts on it.
You should have put warts on it.
No.
This is what happens.
You could always... I'm not going to say that.
Please say
it. Say it.
Simon?
Say it.
Simon?
I was just going to say, just don't scry anytime soon on the farmhouse.
Oh, Lord. Do you think that by the time we get back, they'll still be together?
It depends. Again, this is something I need to talk to Alex about in terms of... depends on how long everyone is away for. It depends on how we want to play it, how we think our characters would get on together alone. I think, because I definitely feel like we should have something that happens in terms of like, I don't know what, maybe Uranus goes into town and burns down that restaurant,
Yes.
so. Yeah, I don't know. It's something that we just need to talk about. I certainly think that, there wouldn't be anything major that would happen, but maybe just try and mix it up a bit. But we'll see. It's definitely not at the point of marriage because, we've only been together, in story, maybe 5 or 6 months?
No, longer than that, I thought.
Well, it's been since session 49, so since Eliwick died.
And then I thought it's been almost a year, because when we traveled down to Where's Max from? What's that called?
Triel.
No, where did he study?
Oh, Candlekeep. Candlekeep.
Yeah. When we were passing through there.
Yeah, that took like a couple of months, but it wasn't too long before that they got together. Basically, they got together when we were going against the Frost Giants, and then we headed down south to go against the Hill Giants, and then we went to face the Imrith.
How does Max feel about the name Sybil?
That would explain quite a bit about Sybil.
I don't know why. I know Sybil obviously from Alex's campaign, but
yeah.
No, he was just saying. I think they clash at first, but eventually they grow together stronger. And then he just says, also, how does Max feel about the name Sybil?
It's an okay name, I guess. I don't. I mean, I'm trying to figure out the insinuation of Sybil here. Are you saying that we have a daughter called Sybil? Because that's way ahead of where we're ready to talk about, Mister. You know.
Wait, who is the guard that portrayed Sybil?
Reginald.
That's your son.
No, we wouldn't have a traitor. We wouldn't have a traitor.
No traitor for a son?
No.
Got the light on.
Unless I ended up with evil Uranus by mistake.
Oh.
You never know. That's the thing. Maybe we could say that Uranus got switched out and Max has been with evil Uranus for the last few months, giving away all the group's secrets.
What do you think evil Uranus is up to right
now? I'm trying to imagine what, like, I think about what Uranus would do in a situation, and I'm trying to think how would that be worse. And I don't know. He's definitely killed some people.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't. Parthenia or no? Because I know he's walking slightly behind.
I don't know if he was in the same vicinity or if he was actually with her. I don't know. We've never been given an actual.
I think we've only seen Parthenia once, or have encountered her in story, and that was when Adri saw her. Was near her. So yeah.
Yeah. Not sure. I'm really not sure what he would be.
She was like, there was that threat. Oh, she might be at where we had to get that priest. I can't remember the name, but there was that threat where we might have encountered her, but she wasn't there because we thought that she would be involved with the four generals.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm going to have to get going at 10 or in like 4 minutes because
yeah, that's fine.
Do some editing before bedtime. Where's the weekend gone?
I don't even know.
Where's the weekend gone? It's crazy.
Just like that.
This was fun. We have to do.
It was a blast. I loved it.
3 hours. It just doesn't feel like that.
I know. No. I felt like we just started.
But that's time when you're having fun.
I know.
When you're, I feel like we even went through a little bit of character development here too, guys. Like
we did. We learned things about each other that I can never unsee. Yeah. And
you sing lovely, Simon. By the way, you sing absolutely lovely.
I don't. Not when I'm drunk.
That was what made it amazing.
I wasn't singing. I was screaming.
Yeah, I like scream music.
I love you too, Alex.
Oh, I love you, Alex.
Thank you for being a wonderful human being.
Oh, we love you.
Miss you.
We do. We miss you, but enjoy your time away.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy getting a tan whilst we're all here in the overcast weather, sweating or you know what's off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I think I'm gonna call it. So thank you everyone who was hanging out. No donation. Just kidding.
I'm disappointed. We failed.
We failed
Oh,
to
I need to check mine because I said to donate to mine.
Oh yeah, true. Go check.
Oh, look at that, Sugar Daddy 01, PayPal 15 grand, and said,
God.
"This isn't to get Brie a car. This is no, that's for something else I did.
What?
Just sign out.
What? What'd you do?
It's a joke.
Yeah.
I hate you. I don't hate you. I can never hate you. Okay, but thank you guys for joining, and I don't know. Yeah, we'll see you guys later. This might happen again. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.